going on, people? It's that dude named Dave. I'm back. Gotta smooth it out in the jazz tip, little hip hop flow there. Here. Press one if you can hear me while I get started here, yo. What's poppin'? What's going on, guys? I'm gonna cut this music off in a second here. We just getting kicking here. Hey, how y'all doing today? I know I missed a day. We'll talk about for a few months. We're gonna get into it today. Dude, we got a truce. Corey Holcomb, Boyce Watkins, you've been on my channel. You've been on other channels. They've been going back and forth. Did something happen? Did something change? Did we get somebody in the middle to broker a deal? Oh yeah, we're gonna discuss it today, guys. We're gonna discuss it today, y'all. We're gonna discuss it. Give me y'all a second, guys. Skin don't work here. Don't let that smooth taste fool you, y'all. It's the Quiet Storm with TD&D, y'all. like it's a radio station, like I'm B103 in Chicago, like at 11 p.m. on a Sunday night. It's the Quiet Storm with your dusty former manosphere, that dude named Dave. I'm here giving you all the quietest hits, them jams for you to ride in your cut and do your thing. It's the Easy Hour with TD&D. Hey guys, let me stop, guys. Let's get into it, guys. Let me get into it before I get going into my Quiet Storm. Let's see here. I'm gonna switch it up for a second, guys. Hold on. What's this? Oh, no. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. Sorry, guys. All right, let's go, guys. No, what the hell? I thought I turned it off. Sorry about that, guys. No music. No music. It's the Easy Hour, right, Javon? Let me get it going here, guys. We're just getting started here. I'm starting about an hour early because I got stuff to do tonight, guys. I know I'm supposed to start at 6 p.m. Eastern, but your boy got some things to do, so we're going to get into it in a bit here, guys. Hey, let me see. We just getting started. Who's in the building, man? It said, Pooh Man says, here, I'll be at work, just dropping in, smash that like button. Hey, guys, press the like button. We just getting started, guys. We are just getting started. Press that like button, man. I had to do an hour earlier. I'm throwing some of y'all off here. I apologize, but y'all know that means the replay gangs in y'all future. All right, at least for the first part of the show here, if y'all missing it here. All right, let me see what's else in the building here. With my man Thomas in the building. What's going on, Thomas? Good to see you, man. Joey, what's going on? Say, you the best, Dave. Hey, thanks, Joey. Appreciate you, bro. Hey, I didn't know I was the best. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. What's going on, Javon? Said that is a smooth beat. Yeah, man. I found that track. I was like, you know what? We're gonna have to rock to that one, man. You know, out here in Chicago, guys, it is thundering. It is raining, cats and dogs here. It's been bad like the last couple of days here, man. So, you know, it's one of them days where you just want to go ahead and sit back in the cut. Don't do nothing, have all the shades closed, eat a gang of food. If this is your dizzle, go ahead and smoke a pound if you know what I'm talking about. And then go ahead and put the John Wick marathon on. Play movies 1 through 4. Yeah, I said John Wick, you know what I'm saying? Because hey, nothing gets better than John Wick, dog. I'm sorry, I love me some John Wick. I mean, that's the kind of day we got out here, right? Just sit back, you know, shades, you know, with the rain, get some food, order some Uber Eats or whatever case may be. If you don't want to go out there, and the next, you know, you put on John Wick 1. You know what I'm saying? Right when they take out the dog, and then you just go for broke and get yourself a pound, and you just do your deal. That's the kind of day we got here in the shot, guys. It's one of those days. What else we got here? Let's say Javon's like, what up, Dave? What up, Tribe? Yeah, what up to you too, Javon? What's going on? Malcolm in the building. What's going on, Malcolm? Good to see you, man. Yeah, you got the one you can hear me. That's what's up. That's what's up. Javon can hear me. Okay, we good. We can get started here. Yeah, what's going on, Wander? Yeah. He's like, I'm too busy flowing to this beat. The easy hour. Some of y'all coming in late, missed that track. I might play it again, man. I might have to play that again, man. How y'all doing today, guys? Likes up in the building, guys. I need y'all to help me out here. I'm not gonna keep doing this every single time here. I'm just gonna say here, I need the likes up in the building because you know if these things cost, these lives can take a lot out of me. Right. Every so often, my voice goes out and everything because it takes a lot to do these live streams all the time. That's the reason why you see me far in between because I gotta rest my voice on certain days and then the job kicks in. You know what I mean? So likes up in the building and y'all gotta show y'all support. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can see down the bottom, we got the cash app and the super option. If y'all can't do that, likes up in the building. What's going on, Terrence? Terrence, give me that one here. Michael, I just saw John Wick 4 recently. Oh, yeah, man. I saw it in the movie theater. It was in April. When I went out to New York, when I hung out with Drew that time, it was the second week of April. I went to the movie theater to go see John Wick 4. I went to, if y'all know about New York, I stay in Manhattan in downtown area, and I walked to Battery Park. And Battery Park is right across the street from, the World Trade area. And I went over there, and on a Sunday night, went to see John Wick. Hey, man, it was all what it's supposed to be. And you know what I did? I went ahead and bought it online, guys. I was like, yo, I got to own this one. It comes on all the time, like on TNT, I think, and TBS. And, it's on all the time. And the one thing I hate when it's on all the time is the editing. No cursing, the commercials. I said, forget this. I love the fact I could turn on the cables on like every other day right now. But it's like, hey, man, no, I had to go ahead and buy it. I had to go ahead and buy it, man. So yeah, man, it's one of them days, man. Like it's really Chicago is so bad with the jury today. Just go ahead and play John Wick 1 through 4. That's an all-day affair, baby. And you know what though? You won't be mad at yourself. I'm not mad. What else we got here in the building? We about to get started, man. We about to get started here, man. What's going on, Derek? Hit the damn like button. My brother Dave works hard. Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Derek. Yeah, man, I'm working too hard here in the building, man. It takes a lot. If this was an easy thing to do, everybody would be doing this thing here on YouTube, guys. I see I'm young in this game here. I'm growing. I'm working on my craft. There's some things I know I need to work on, but every day I try to apply something to work on this game here, this content creation, this what we got here in this YouTube space here. If this was easy, everybody would do it. And it's not no shot at anybody because I make sure I show my face and I make sure I'm presentable for every live stream. Some people can't do that. They'll go ahead and do the faceless challenge. Nothing wrong with that here. But when you got a faceless challenge, you don't got to have the presentation. As long as your voice good and you got your talking points, boom, you come online, you ready to go. See, but just to let you know that become camera ready every single time, just to make sure that I'm giving you what I got every single time. It's hard work, people. It's hard work. Hard work, dedication. Remember Floyd say that when he was in his prime? Hard work, dedication. So yeah, come on, likes up and respect the craft. You know what I mean? Hey, we got our first sponsor of the show here. What's going on, G5? G5 in the building. What's going on, man? I have not seen you before. If you have, I apologize. My man is coming through. I don't know. I don't want to assume here. I'm assuming guy. G5 here with the $9.99, the $10 holla. Turn the chat yellows. Just one word. Peace. What's going on, G5? G5 in the building. Hey, brother, G5. Salud. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you. First one in the building. First mother. Hey, I'm amped up now. Guys, y'all don't get it. Like when y'all bless me, like I can see the likes up and things like that nature, but when y'all bless me, that lets me know it's like, hey, I am doing at least something right. And so if I'm doing something right, then that means the battery's in my back now. Then it's like, all right, let's go. It's time to kick down the dough. Bring the AK where the fofo. Hey, thank you, G5. G5, salute. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Guys, everybody else can do the same thing too. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Terrence, like, what up, Dave? And his crew, what up to you, man? Michael's like, I know Battery Park. Yeah, man, that's where I stay at, man. I mean, not exactly in Battery Park, but when I walk in that area when I'm in New York, Malcolm, it's like an 8-minute walk, if that, 8 minutes at max, because I'm really the Seaport area, Malcolm. So Seaport area, I'm really like the opposite way. I'm probably like a half mile from ESPN. So, yeah, Battery Park is where I went to the movie theater over there to go ahead and see John Wick, man. Yeah, so hey, that's my ish, man. No doubt. What's going on, Larry? Larry in the building. I see you, man. I see you. What's going on, Bill? Hey, day, everyone. I'm a little late. Hey, you on time, man? You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Larry? So I like John Wick 1 and 3. I like them all, man. Hey, Larry, all four get the business. But John Wick 4, hey, man, after the first hour in the movie theater, I was John Wicked out. I'm like, yo, how many people they gonna kill? How many cats is gonna get murked? I was like, damn, I wish I was at home to press the pause button, go ahead and take a break from all the murking. I'm like, all right, man. All right, let's get back into it. That's why I bought it though, so I can take a pause from all that shoot 'em up, bang, bang. What's up? That's what's up, Larry. Anyone jumped on Amazon Prime Day? Not yet, Larry. I buy stuff on Amazon all the time. So Prime Day is not really the biggest thing for me. I buy things when I need it. I don't just buy things because of a big old sale, right? I'm a little different these days. I can go ahead and buy stuff and not worried about a sale price, but there's a damn good sale, I'll jump on it. But it's not like I need to go ahead and it's everything's on the low on Amazon Prime Day. I get it. Everything's for the low, but what do you do when you don't need to buy nothing? I'm not just here to buy money, spend money as we spending money, but hey, I might go back on tonight, see what I might need to find out, Yeah. What's going on, Raging Half Asian? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Javon's like, eat your vitamins and say your prayers. Okay, Hulk Hogan. You over here doing your Hulk Hogan? What's going on, Jermaine? Checking in late from Natty? Nah, you ain't late. We on time, man. Good to see you, man. Larry's like, I'll watch John Wick 4 soon. Hey, it's on pay-per-view right now if you want to order it. I bought that bad boy. I said, forget this. I'm going to own it, Larry. I said, hey, man, I needed the break, but I was like, hey, I went and bought that sucker. So hey, it's my joint, man. That's my joint. Quick in the building. What's going on? Quick, good to see you, man. Quick just showed up here. All righty. Jay Gray, what's popping, Jay Gray? Chris Chandler in the building. Salute to you, brother. How you doing? How you doing, man? Okay, guys, so check it out. We're about to get started here. I'm not trying to waste too much of your time here. Some of y'all here and y'all came on time, but just a few minutes later. That's all right, though. The replay gang get all caught up here, Just real fast, just a little business here. Sorry about Monday. I missed Monday because I had some personal things to take care of. We had, just got the whip, got the Audi gang in the house now, so shout out to that, but we had to take care of a few things, got to get rid of the old car. The old car was a lease, so we had to drop that off, and then I had some other things going on. And then there was some other personal matters going on, so it was like, as much as I wanted to give the show, I knew that I probably couldn't give y'all a real full live stream, and I knew that my head was going to be in it because some other things I was dealing with too. Just some other stuff, that I might do a video on. It's really personal, But I think I might do not a quick video, but it's been hard for me to try to put the words into it for me to spit on the microphone. Pause. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I missed Monday, and I was like, okay, let's just come back for Wednesday because Tuesday your boy had to be downtown, and it was just nasty weather again. It was monsoon again downtown Chicago, and then by the time I got in, I was just like exhausted. So I said, you know what, guys, we'll just do the reset, and we'll be back on Wednesday, and we'll do a makeup day, hopefully sometime this week. For that, so that's what happened. So if y'all were looking for, y'all went on YouTube, and then you said, yo, where's that dude named Dave? He's normally dropping. And it's like, oh man, but it's all good though. We here though. I'm not going nowhere. Just had to take a couple of days here to get the reset here. That's right, Derek. Hit the like button, man. That's what's up. Trish like, caught myself watching John Wick through 3. Can't wait to watch 4. Hey, Chris, it be that way. I think it's on USA. They be doing the marathons 1, 2, and 3. I think I don't know what was it, Saturday? I can't remember if it was this Saturday or not, whatever it was, right? And they played John 1, 2, and 3, and then came right back around and played 1, 2, and 3 again. So they played each movie twice, 6 times, 6 total, basically. I was like, Lord have mercy, man. I just stayed in the basement. I was just like, well, I couldn't get up. I'm like, okay. Then with John Wick 2 of Common, that's a good fighting scene. Well, there's 2 different scenes, And the reason why, I guess it's I have more affinity for John. I'm trying to make this a John Wick conversation. I just like the movies. But when you see the Intercontinental, when you see them pull up in all those movies, I stay in that hotel that's adjacent next to it. The hotel right next to it is the Centric Hyatt, I think it is. I can't remember. I think it's a Centric Hyatt. I can't remember. But it's on Wall Street, 75 Wall Street. And where they filmed the entrance for the Intercontinental, that's actually an abandoned building. They're just trying to sell it right now. So when you see that building, and then when you go down that street, there's actually a couple of decent bars over there I get some food at. Now it's actually in New York. But really, when they pull up and they show that scene there, I literally stay in the hotel. Matter of fact, I might even drop a picture, because when I stayed in April, I took a picture of shooting down how close I am to that scene there, because they be shooting whenever they do the John Wick movies. They film at night in the area. I was actually in town when it was actually filming John Wick 3. Keanu had his trailer down around the corner from my hotel and everything, and they filmed all night long for that whole week when I was in town. So I guess why I love the action bang bangs, but I like it because I know I was there when I was filming. So yeah, that's what's up, man. Let's see here. Mark says, here to see blue pill strategies fly again. Hey, Mark, stop it, Mark. Come on, Mark. We're about to get into it now, man. Chris, like, hey, your health comes first, brother. Without you, we can't get this content. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, I know, man. Yeah, health comes key, man. I learned that the hard way, because when I first got started in YouTube, I dropped at least one video every single day. There was a point, there was like 2 videos a day, including live streams, like the first 5 or 6 months. Then your boy got sick. And I was like, hey, I can't keep the schedule up. You know, that's the problem when you are doing YouTube part-time, but you kind of dabble in the full-time status when you got a life too as well. So yeah, I appreciate that, man. Clifton, I still think John Wick 1 was the best. Hey, Clifton, I watched John Wick 1 like 3 times this weekend. I think it is the best. I love the origin story. You know, when they build them into a Clifton. So yeah, no doubt. I do love the first one, man. I do love it. It's set up. But you know what, though? When they got the 2 and 3 of all the shoot 'em up bang bangs, hey, man, just sign me up. Hey, man, he's just an expert marksman, man. Yeah, I hear you, man. Derek's like, Dave, you know the guy that John Wick movie was also in the Game of Thrones? He was the guy that got tortured and had the thing chopped off. Ouch. Don't know which one you're talking about, Derek. I'm a Game of Thrones fan, as you know, man, but I don't know which character you're talking about here on this one here. Mark said, RMP Lance Reddick. Yeah, I was a big Lance Reddick fan, Mark. Yeah, from The Wire. It's the guy from the first John Wick movie. First John Wick. Which guy? It's a hope. Carl, brother Dave, haven't seen you in the Kingdom Hall in a while. Hey, Carl, stop with the Kingdom Hall, man. Hey, come on, Carl. We haven't had that J-Dub conversation in a minute, man. You're talking about you ain't seen me in the hall, man. Stop playing with me, man. Hey, when I'm downtown Chicago, guys, I do see them cart witnessing. I just look at them and shake my head and keep it moving, man. Keep it moving. Okay, guys. Hey, let's get it going here. Let's go here. I have my little talk here about John Wick. All right, guys. So let's get into it here. Likes up in the building. Super chat, super thanks, super stickers are available. No more long stroking. I can keep going on about John Wick, but hey, that's not what this show's about here. Reggie Half Asian said they took inspiration for John Wick's gun skills from my Call of Duty videos. Oh, for real, Raging Half Asian? Your COD is on like that, huh? Your COD is on like that. All right, man. The guy that killed his dog and took his car. Oh, you talking about? Oh, yeah, he was the. Yeah. Okay, I know you're talking about Derek with the red hair. Yeah. His sister was the one that. I know he had the sister in Game of Thrones and everything. Yeah. He was he was tortured for a couple of seasons, man. Cut his thing off and everything, man. Oh, now I remember. Yeah. That. Hey, man. Was he? No, it wasn't Ramses. I forgot his name now. I need to go back and start watching Game of Thrones again. Game of Thrones. Yeah, I know you're talking about now, Derek. Yeah, they chopped him off, man. That was man. I felt bad for him. Man, every time you saw him on screen on Game of Thrones, he's like pathetic. He was like, oh. I mean, I probably act like that too. If I got my stuff cut off, man, I'm like, I'm not even a man no more. I can't give these women that business. They just look at me like I'm less than a friend. Okay, guys, let's get into it now. Had fun talking about some John Wick. I may watch them tonight, man. Who knows? Get some dinner and watch John Wick before I go to sleep. Bang, bang, 200 shoot 'em ups. All right, guys. As you know, for like the last couple of weeks, I've been covering it. I ain't gonna front. I've been grifting on it. And for y'all haters out there that want to be, I was like, oh, I can't stand Dave. You know, he doing this, he doing that. How do y'all feel about that? I don't give a damn what y'all think. I'm going to cover what I'm going to cover. It's my YouTube channel, and y'all come to watch it, and y'all appreciate it. So for y'all haters out there that be ninja watching and then make videos on me after the fact, say, I don't know why Dave do this. You know why? Because you watching me right now. That's right. I know you watching me right now because you're making videos on me. And you know what they say, guys? You know what they say when you got haters? I ain't say I made it, but we working our way up there. If you want to make little cheesy ass videos of me, I don't know why Dave make Corey Holcomb videos. I don't know why they talking about Boyce Watkins. I don't know why Dave does all these Kendra G videos. I don't know why Dave be watching for 4 hours. You know why? Because the people come and watch. Y'all mess with me. Y'all rocks with me. Even if y'all hating on me, you rock with me. So you know what? Keep talking. Keep making the videos and stay dusty as hell. Stay extra dusty. Extra dusty, all right? You just wish that you could follow my blueprint, do the exact thing I'm doing here, and you get some damn views too. You get people who rock with you, and you could build your own network, your own crowd, your own tribe, and then they'll rock with you too and things of that nature. But no, you can't because you can't compete. Ooh, had to say that, guys. Had to get that off my chest. Say it off your chest. What's going on, Team Peterson? Salute to TDND and the A&S crew. Salute to you, brother. There's like, let them watch. Those haters better hit the like button. F them haters. They are motivation. Exactly. So, guys, something happened yesterday out the blue, and we're going to react to it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it. You know, I've been covering Corey Holcomb. Chi-Town Zone. What's going on, Otis? Dave got them haters. Congrats, bro. Thank you. Covering Corey Holcomb and the back and forth saga between Dr. Boyce, so y'all have to call him Boyce Watkins. Now, I made a reaction video like 2 weeks ago, and at the end of my commentary, I said, I wish that Boyce would just stop. He can't win. His ignorance is bliss. He needs to stop. Let it go. He needs to stop. Let it go. You know, and he kept coming back. And you know what happened when we did a reaction? We covered the live stream. I mean, he brought Theo to the mix. You know, my guy Theo, Do Better Podcast. Y'all know Theo. You know my peoples. Good guy. You know? So he brought Theo into the mix, and we were reacting, we're talking about it. And one thing that's pretty evident is that I don't think that love TKO. You're right, Derek. I don't think that Boyce has a lot of people in his corner that can say, hey man, just don't do this. Like, you know, I there's a lot of ignorance, you know, in there. Right, Mark, Mr. Goodbread. But something happened yesterday. And it stemmed from, I did the next Corey Holcomb reaction video that I did and I was covering when Corey was talking about the pictures when Boyce Watkins, I keep saying Boyce now. It flows better than Boyce. I'm sorry, guys. I hate to do that. But what happened though is that Corey on his 5150 show about a week ago was just getting in on, you know, his wedding. Because Willie D, Ghetto Boys Willie D. Y'all old enough to know, you know, Ghetto Boys. You know, I grew up on the Ghetto Boys. And Willie D is friends with both Corey Holcomb and Boyce Watkins. Quick's like, I like Corey Holcomb. I've been part of the chat room goons for the last 10 years. That's what's up, Quick. That's what's up, brother. So Willie D kind of got caught in the crossfire, I guess you can say. Because when Boyce Watkins didn't shut up, he did a whole live stream. And I broke that down, right? And we broke it down how Boyce act like he's the smartest man in the room, but in actuality, when you hear his talking points, it really doesn't make any sense. He's really pulling straws. He will take 10 seconds and then try and extrapolate that to the whole black community, right? And it just showcased like, yeah, he may be book smart, you know, he got his PhD in finance, but when it comes to what we're talking about here, we have to understand our lanes. We have to understand our strong suits. And just because you have a lot of money and then you're on internet, you're on YouTube, you got a channel, doesn't mean you'll be talking about everything. Like, I know my weak points here, but I'm not going to sit here and then try to formulate live stream shows on things that I don't feel comfortable about. Or at least I know that someone could pull my card and be like, yo, Dave, you know what the hell you're talking about. Right? So that's what we came to it. And no, it wasn't just not me saying this here. Other content creators in this space here who have been covering Boyce Watkins, have been covering Corey Holcomb, this whole situation here. We all been saying the same thing too, guys. It's not just me. And I'm glad it's not just me. It's not, and I'm not saying it's like it's an echo chamber. But when you have different peoples in this space where they live in different areas, wherever they may be at, whether they're in Uganda, they're here in the States, I'm in Chicago, you know, people in Texas, people in California, we are all saying the same thing when it comes to his commentary regarding Boyce Watkins. What's going on, Corey Joe? Corey Joe in the building. Mark, he is not the king of Chicago. Stop that, brother. You gonna make me kick you out of here, man. Don't make me do that to you, Mark. Come on, Mark. Don't make me do that to you, man. Don't make me give you the boot, brother. Hey, I'm hearing the shot. Don't do that to me, man. That's a form of disrespect. But like I was saying here, what happened though, the last Corey situation, and Corey just ribbing and taking shots, and Willie D was in the picture, right? Because Willie D was at his wedding. And in the picture that we're getting into before we get started here was that, you know, it was Willie D, Boyce Watkins' now wife, and Boyce Watkins. And the way the picture looked, Boyce Watkins' wife was more hugged up on Willie D than she was. And the jokes were, Boyce Watkins looked like the father who walked her down the aisle. And so the husband, I was like, hey, man, they were going in. They were going in, right? So out of the blue yesterday, I have a long day. I'm not sourcing any content. You know, I'm just doing what I do in my regular life here. YouTube comes second. And then next thing you know, I see something that had just ended like 40 minutes earlier. And I'm like, wait a minute, Willie D, Corey Holcomb, and Boyce Watkins all together in the same live stream? Uh-oh. Black people. I have a predominantly black channel, even though we have all other races that come and rock with me. Black people, we're actually going to have a sit down? We're going to have a parlay? Is this going to be a Ponderosa? Hey, man. Hey. I was shocked. So you know what I said here? We need to bring this to the AIC. We need to have a discussion with the Anish crew. Tribe, we need to break this down here. Do we have black men actually coming together and actually going to work out their problems? Or is this going to be one big old cluster? And I said, and here's the thing though, guys, I had literally a different show planned for today. But I was like, you know what? Since we got this here, we got to go ahead. And that's what we got to do as content creators. We got to go ahead and do the change up here. We're going to change it up and discuss it in the other show ideas. I'll move that to another day. So guys, let's get into it. Willie D, Corey Holcomb, Boyce Watkins, all together. We're going to see what we're going to get here, guys. Let's do it. Y'all ready? Likes up in the building, guys. Likes up in the building. We got the super feature. Let's get into it. No more long choking, guys. Let's go. We got Willie D here, y'all. Let's get it going.
Back with another episode of information and instructions to help you navigate through this wild, crazy, beautiful world. This is a special edition of Willie D Live. Corey Holcomb and Dr. Boyce Watkins will be joining us shortly. But first, I want to bring you guys up to speed on how we got here and what's going on. About a month ago, I posted a picture and video to Instagram of Corey giving his condolences to DC Young Fly in the wake of the sudden passing of his children's mother, Jackie O. Then Corey, in textbook Corey Holcomb style, added, "I wish my baby mama would die."
Oh, wow, Frederick.
As one might surmise, those comments went viral. As cold-blooded as those words were, I can tell you that about 60 to 70% of the people who was on my Instagram supported Corey's comments, giving him a pass as a comedian. Boyce Watkins was not one of those people. In fact, Boyce went into the comments and wrote, "I met Corey in person, didn't like him." I saw that comment and I thought about deleting it, but I decided not to for two reasons. One, I try not to censor people on my platforms, especially my friends, which Boyce Watkins is. But Corey is also a good friend of mine. And Boyce, like Corey, is very intelligent. This is why I decided to keep the post there, because I know that Boyce, Boyce thinks things through usually, like, so if Boyce was to post something like that about Corey Holcomb, I felt like he wanted to smoke, and, Corey came with the smoke vehemently, but here's the thing. I'm in the middle of all this because the squabble started on my platform, because Corey used the photo of Boyce Watkins, Alicia, his wife Alicia, and I at their wedding, which, by the way, I was one of the groomsmen in the wedding.
I apologize for what I said earlier. I stand corrected. I said that he was a guest at the wedding. He was actually a groomsman, what he said there. So just want to make you know that, hey, I got that wrong here. They both rocking the tuxedos, but I messed that one up here. But hey, that's how close a friend that Willie D is to Boyce there. He was actually standing up there. So let's continue.
I took exception to it, and I reached out to Corey. Corey used that photo to get back at Boyce, and I took exception to the photo, and took exception to Corey using the photo to get back at Boyce, having me in the middle of it. And to Corey's credit, he received what I had to say, and it kicked off a conversation, which we both agreed deserved to have a little bit more length to it. Corey that suggested that, Corey first said that he wanted to have a conversation. He wouldn't mind having a conversation with Boyce. But if he's going to do that, it needs to be public. So, because, the dispute was public. So here we are. Now, if you know anything about me, you know that I'm an habitual line stepper. But one line that I'll never cross is a line between me and my homeboy and the woman that he loved. So let me put this wedding photo to rest, because a lot of people have used that wedding photo to get at Boyce. In the photo, if you're not familiar with it, it's me, Boyce, and his wife, Alicia, in the middle. And Alicia, people have accused her of like looking at me in a desirable manner. When I look at the photo, first and foremost, let me tell you what happened. In the photo, I cracked a joke. So what you see is the immediate aftermath, our expressions in the immediate aftermath of me cracking the joke. And when I really started looking at one of the photos, even closer to one that's in question, where they talk about she looking at me in this kind of way, it don't even look like the woman is even looking at me. But furthermore, fam, like I said, I'm an habitual line stepper, but one line I will never step across is between me, that line between me and my homeboy and the woman that he loved. I'm not built like that. I don't rock like that. It ain't a person on this planet who can tell you that I've ever done some sucker shit like that. That ain't me. I don't rock like that. In fact, and if I thought one of my homeboys, close homeboys, like Boyce is, if I thought his woman was rocking like that, I'll pull his coattail. Now that's how I get down. Which brings us to this point. Now I expected Corey to go in, and I was going to stay out of it until Corey posted that photo, with me in the middle. Now, after having the conversation with Corey, I reached out to Boyce. Boyce said he was cool with having a conversation. He wouldn't mind having a conversation. And this is what I discovered, fam. Before I bring them in, I'm going to tell y'all this right quick. These two dudes, they really don't have a problem with each other. I know that Boyce dropped those comments, and he's going to explain for himself why he did that. But when I talked to Corey was like, man, I really don't have a problem with the dude, but he dropped the bomb on me. I had to get him back, And so that's what I'm trying to get to and try to get an understanding. And this ain't about, if anybody that's coming here looking for, a bunch of wild, ignorant stuff and clowning and stuff, that's not what this is about. You're not going to get that over here. So you can go somewhere else. It's cool. There's a lot of people out there that feed into that. But this is also not about no kumbaya, coming to Jesus, trying to be all friendly and all. It's really not about that. It's really two men trying to get an understanding. Two black men specifically trying to get an understanding. Without further ado, Dr. Boyce Watkins and Corey Holcomb is in the building. Let me bring y'all in right quick. Here we go, gentlemen. Yo.
Before they get into it, guys, I let that play on uninterrupted, except for that one time I stopped here. Give me when we put myself in the big box here. I want to let Willie D set the stage here. Like, I gave a little bit of context before I hit play here. I did not watch this all the way in its entirety. I watched some of this here, and then when I saw some video, I said, okay, this would be a good discussion to have for the live stream here. So I'm glad that he gave the context about the picture. He gave some information about that and things of that nature. I will say so as we get started here with this video here. I will push back on that point about him saying he's a line stepper about that picture, and then when he took it and how their expressions were. I'm sorry, though. When looking at that picture, Boyce Watkins' wife was so much closer next to him, Willie D, than she was with Boyce Watkins, to the point where it looked like he was the one who may have been a groomsman standing up, or he was like they joke around saying he was the father who walked her down the aisle. So, whoops, didn't mean to hit that button. So with that here, I understand what he's talking about here, and we're all men here. We can agree and disagree. I'm glad he gave context. I'm glad he did that in there, but I'm just going to say personally, just for me, looking on the outside, looking in and look at that photo here, I'm sorry. He can give that information. But the way Corey broke that down, I can't unsee that. And even before Corey gave the jokes and break it down, that's how I felt, way I looked at it too, and Corey solidified that. So I understand why Willie D did that. He gave us context. I'm glad we got that here. But you want to know something? What we heard at first, I can't get it out, guys. I can't get it out. So let's get back into it now. Let's let Boyce and Corey talk here. Willie D's and the referee in the middle here. And let's see what kind of discussion we got here. Now, I see some people already in the chat who saw this already. Some of y'all disappointed in Corey. So I don't know if we watch this again, if you guys have a different of opinion, or if you're going to double down in that. And for those who haven't watched, how you feel about Corey and how you feel about Boyce Watkins here. So let's let it cook. And then I want to hear what y'all going to say in the chat section as well. So let's go, guys.
Oh, y'all hear me?
What's up, brother? How y'all doing today?
What's up, everybody?
Everybody's good. All good, man. It's good to see you brothers, on the same platform.
What's going on,
man.
Pinball?
And I once again, I appreciate both of y'all.
What's going on, Julian?
Coming on to the show and having this conversation, because I'm gonna tell you something. It's a very needed conversation. Now, ain't none of us perfect. A lot of times when you see us on these platforms and we doing our thing and we have a disagreement, one person disagree with one thing. You can disagree with one thing that a person got to say, and next thing you know, this person is the Antichrist. So, but my point is that I know both of you brothers, and it's something good about both of y'all that made me befriend y'all. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I probably reached out to both of y'all. That's how we became friends. We did, because I saw something in each of y'all that I thought was cool as hell, and we became friends. And I'm just as close to both of y'all. I'm just as close to Corey as I am to Boyce. And so it really hurt me that y'all was going at it. Even though I could have nipped it in the bud and deleted that message, I gave my reasons for why I didn't. But this is what I want to know. Since Boyce, you kicked it off with your comments. What I want to know is, what did you think was gonna happen if you?
Here we go. Here we go.
What did you think was gonna happen?
Here we
Dropping
go.
that comment about Corey, and on top of that,
Here we go.
you know, you said you didn't like him, but I also know that you are a fan of Corey Holcomb. Like,
I am.
what was going on in your mind?
Okay, let's hear this, guys.
It was mixed feelings, man. I'll start from the beginning and say, it sounds contradictory to say this, but Corey's one of my favorite comedians, actually. I like the honesty. You know what I mean? And I think that particular comment triggered me a little bit because I'm very protective of Black women in general. I think that I feel like there's a lot of guys online, man, that just say things, man, that are not helpful to women and children, man. And I think that definitely triggered me. And I have.
Guy, I'm gonna let this cook. I'm not gonna be stopping off and on here, but I'm just kind of curious. I get how he feels about like Black women in the community. For me, it's a pandering simp behavior, move that he does here. But I'm not gonna dig into that too much here. We're gonna let this talk here. But why are you triggered by another man's woman that he's talking about that you don't even know? That's the I see Team Peterson's cap. I see all the blue caps. Yeah, I'm gonna call cap on this one right now. I don't see. This is the way I move and I operate here. I could not agree with what's something that Corey Holcomb could say, or what Willie D would say, or what Boyce Watkins would say. I can be a man and disagree with them. But why would I get triggered over a woman who I have no dealings with, I have no association with? And if we know anything about Corey Holcomb, some of us can just take the ideas like, hey, look here, this is Corey Holcomb's woman. So you might think, hey, birds of a feather flock together. Maybe she's a crazy chick, maybe not. This is a woman from a long time ago in Corey's past here. But why would you feel a certain type of way over somebody you don't even know? Now, on the outside looking in, I was like, damn, Corey, cold hard for saying that, right? But I'm not going to be true. It's like, oh my God, why Corey saying that here? We got to stop this here. We got to stop this kind of talking. All fight for Black women. See, no. See, because every situation is different. And I'm not going to be going here and be Captain Save 'em for a woman who I have no idea. You don't even know her character. Now, you might say, hey, Dave, it's a bridge too far thinking that he wishes deletion on somebody, right? And my thing is, I don't know the inner workings of their household, okay? So my thing is, I'm not going to get triggered. I might raise an eyebrow, but I'm not going to get triggered, guys. You know what I'm saying? So that right there is like, why are you moving this way over somebody you don't know? Now, he may say, well, I feel this way about all Black women in our community. Well, I would say that's a bad viewpoint. Because why are you taking up the mantle for everyone when everybody don't need caping for? Because there's bad people everywhere here. And I'm not going to be like, oh, we're going to save everybody, every Black woman. No, I love being a Black man. I do love Black women. But the thing is, though, that I am an adult. I'm in my 40s, and I have a mindset to say, you can't just say all women, because you guys know that women will say all Black men, knowing that we don't move that way here. But when we say that he's going to move like all women here. So let's get back to the video, guys. But I just find that so kind of out there that he said he got triggered. It'd been one thing if Corey was cracking jokes to Boyce Watkins or directly to Boyce Watkins' wife, and then Corey said some things that would trigger something directly impacting him. But why are you triggered over a person that you don't even know? So that's why I got an issue with Boyce Watkins here. You know what I mean? But before I move on here, shout out to my man Stewart in the building. What's going on, Stewart? Stewart Somerville left a $10 holla. Turn it out of your yellow here and check it out with Stewart here. Stewart's here all the time, and he has no questions or comments. My man is here for the straight love of the game. Thank you, Stewart. Stewart in the building. Hey, brother. Salud. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you. Thank you, Stewart. Man, coming through heavy, guys. Y'all know y'all can use the super feature whenever y'all want to here, baby, while we're here live. Super chat, super thanks, super stickers. If you can't contribute to that, you know that you can press the like button. And if you can't do that here from your desktop here and you want to support to the Cash App, we got the Cash App as well. But likes up in the building. I appreciate you, Stuart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Project Leroy says facts. Get your passport says Misery loves company. And this guy is really unhappy. Salute Project Leroy and my own person. Yeah, okay, guys. Let's thank you again, Stuart. I appreciate you, man. So let's get back. Let's let Boyce talk a little bit more here and let's continue.
I have to be 100% honest and say that, you know, when I did the time that I did meet Corey, I can't say I got good energy. You know, but he, you know, he's right. You know, I didn't say anything about it at the time. And I think that over time, it's allowed me to kind of process who I am. I'm a fighter. You know what I mean? Like I do that. And you've been caught in the middle of other times, man, where, you know.
What does you being a fighter has anything to do with taking a shot at Corey in Willie D's comment section? That's not being a fighter. That's low key throwing shade and hate. That's not being a fighter. I'm sorry, guys. He can say that I'm a fighter, you know, but let's just be straight here. Let's just be straight here. You being a fighter has nothing to do with taking shots. You even said it. You were triggered and you felt some kind of way. A really, really feminine tactic. So let's continue here. Think this is out of whack here, but hey, it is what it is. Let's go.
Like when I went out to Houston and we were talking about Kwame Brown and all that stuff, you know what I mean? And so it's a mix, man. It's like sometimes, you know, you're supposed to keep your mouth shut and not say everything, but then sometimes you just say it. And what happens is that it can sound like you have one feeling about a person when it's usually mixed. You know, there's not a single person that
I'm calling. I hate to be Paul. Cat. I could disagree with somebody, but I'm not going to be taking shots at you unless, you know, it's one thing if I see somebody online, another YouTuber or person, entertainer, and if I say something, if I have any interactions with them, I'm not going to be taking shots. He's taking shots. He's doing it again, guys. He's going all around the world the same song. Shout out to Shock G and Digital Underground and Tupac. All around the world the same song. All around the world the same song. You know, so, hey, before we move on here, shout out to my man Corey Joe in the building with the 149 super sticker. What's going on, Corey? No questions or comments. My man turned the red in the chat for the straight love of the game. What's going on, Corey J? Well, first things first, salute. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you for the contribution. Hey, guys, y'all can drop 99 cents or this $1.49. It all goes to the cause here. Keep the lights on in the building. Got to pay this internet bill, guys. Got to pay the internet bill. Oh, man. Thank you, Corey. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, man, for coming through. Hey, while we're at it, man, let me get my man Quick here with the $1.99, $2 holla. Turn the chat here blue here. What you got me, Quick? Moist can't fight his way out of a spider web. God, this is Quick. Hey, Quick in the building. Hey, brother. Salute. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. Hey, it sounds out of whack right now, man. He's saying a whole bunch of things, man, right now. We're going to get into it, Quick. I appreciate you, man. Turn the chat here blue. Hey, Quick. Have you been drinking or are you sober right now? That's all I got to ask. Thank you again, brother. I appreciate you, man. And right out the bat here, too, as well, we got Team Peterson right back with a $1.99, $2 holla. I give you that upgrade here. Turn the chat here blue saying, Moist, cap about everything. Stay in your pay grade. Damn, TP. Hey, man. Hey, brother. Salute. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Stay in your lane, man. Stay in the pay grade. That's what we talk about here, man. Exactly. I appreciate you, brother. So let's get back into the video now. Let's let Boyce talk a little bit more. And then we're going to see when Corey jumps in here. I appreciate you, Team Peterson. Quick, because I'm sober as a priest on Sunday. Oh, wow. Okay, Quick. I don't know how to answer that one. Hey, man, let's get back into it. Is it Boyce Watkins? Hey, come on, Jay. Let's get back into it now. Let's continue, guys.
that I can think of that even people I admire the most. I admire Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X more than anybody else. But if you was asking me to really tell the truth about what I think about them, I could find negative things to say, right? So it sounds contradictory to people for me to say Corey's one of my favorite comedians. When I found out you and him were such good friends, that made me respect him more because I respect you, and also it led me to accept the fact that I probably misjudged him based on that one interaction. And, and for that I do apologize because I don't think that was appropriate.
Right, that's big.
He apologized, y'all.
And shouts out to Kwame Brown, man, good dude.
Before he starts talking here, he apologized, guys. What do y'all think of that? He went all around the world to get that apology. Someone in my comment section, he's like, he apologized to Corey. I had to respond back saying that was a backhanded apology the other week in his live stream. But he's saying he's sorry here. It took him a long way to get here. Y'all accept it? Let's go.
Corey, how did you hear about those comments that the boys made?
Well, the gossip police is everywhere. The gossip police, you don't duck nothing on this internet. You say something, it's gonna get back to somebody, even if you're the type of person who think you can ignore stuff that people bring to you. Because I tell my friends, don't tell me about something bad that somebody said about me on the internet. But it's coming. If you say something, it's coming, especially if you're somebody who people watch. The information will be delivered into your ear one way or another.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But I want to say this, Willie. When you called me about everything that was happening, I kind of stopped you while you was talking, and I said we should do this on air. And the reason I said we should do this on air because I am aware that there are literally a lot of young people in this world who have no idea how to de-escalate things. Mm-hmm. So that is the main reason I said, yo, let's do this on the air. Because that's what I said, right? I was like, let's do it on the air. I think it'll be good for the culture. I mean, we all are old enough to de-escalate something. And like I said this when I was talking on the internet. I don't take stuff like that personally because everything we put on the internet belongs to the game. It belongs to the game. Willie D, any picture of you on the internet, Mr. Watkins, any picture of you on the internet, anything we do, like proposing, whatever we do on the internet, it belongs to the game and it'll be dissected by the game. Whether it's good things people say or it's bad things people say, everything we do is going to be dissected. That's why I'm glad we did this like we're doing it right now.
Yeah.
That's a fact here. I'm glad Corey brought that up here because I tell us the people who want to get in this YouTube space, as soon as you turn the camera on, like how I'm doing here, you live stream, you want to make a video, you want to do reactions, you want to chop up, you jump on panels. As soon as you volunteer yourself for the internet, it is fair game. I got people coming at me now, old ass trolls, calling me zesty and gay because I got long locks. It don't mean nothing. It tells you how crazy this is and how dumb people are that they're going to go ahead and attack men's sexuality by the length of their hair, but it shows they ain't got nothing going on in their lives. It shows that they're bored. They're helpless. They don't know what the hell they're doing in their own damn lives. And so what they going to do? Just make up something and try to attack people's character. So what Corey is saying here is, if you decide to bring your stuff online, if you want to go ahead and not be a ninja watcher, you don't have your pictures online, you're going to say some things here. You are fair game. You can say something positive and somebody will find a way to make that negative, guys. That is a fact. So if you decide to want to go ahead and start your own YouTube channel, you want to have on your own TikTok account, you're on IG. If you're a girl, you showing off all the la-las and tatas on your IG, it doesn't matter. Or if you got an OnlyFans and you over here living the Banshee life, once you get online, guys, that is it. I don't care if you think it's positive. I don't care if you think it come on negative. It's like, okay, I'm going to say this, or you coming out indifferent. It don't matter. The opposite side of people here is going to take it how they want to take it. Fair game, and you just got to be prepared to either let it roll off your back like water on a duck's, water off a duck's back here, or you're going to get emo like Dr. Boyce Watkins and get triggered and go ahead and say something to get yourself in some hot water, guys. All right, so that's real game what Corey's saying here. And that's for everybody here that wants to decide to get online here. Just know that even if you're going to be in positive, someone take it as negative. If you think you're being serious, someone take it as a joke. If you thinking that you're being introspective, someone think you're being an idiot. It doesn't matter because you can't control the other side. So let's continue, guys. I'll get y'all supers in a second.
Yeah.
Because I believe it's positive.
Yeah. And the thing is that both of you guys, well, all three of us, we all are outspoken, right? Like we don't bite our tongues, we don't mince words. And
before I forget here, guys, I'm glad one last idea. I'm glad Corey said, let's do this live all together so that they both can say what they got to say here and no more sneak diss. And we're talking about sneak diss, we're talking about Boyce Watkins here. Corey ain't sneak dissing. Corey, throughout this whole ordeal, was saying, hey, look, I don't want to keep doing this. I feel like I'm punching down to a kid here. He said those exact words. He said, yo, this is too easy, right? And I feel that the reason why Corey's doing this here because Boyce Watkins is not a worthy foe. These comedians live for moments when someone comes at them, they have bulls in the chamber ready to go. Bang, 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 bang. These comedians live for the ribbing, the back and forth, the hecklers. But when you know that someone's not in your realm, not in your class, not in your field, and you know that no matter what you do, you can destroy this person at any time, and then whatever they say is just like, what the hell is he talking about here? You saw that in Corey's last live stream last week there. He was like, I don't want to keep doing this. This is too easy. So that's why Corey said, let's get this online here. I'm not sneak dissing. I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and you're going to know how I feel it here. Boyce Watkins don't sneak disses, guys, because he can't fight the same way Corey fights here. So I just want to put that out here, guys. This is good that Corey said, let's just do this live here. Because, hey, I'm punching down. This dude sneak diss. Let's just get it all out in the open. We're both on the same platform. And I always say this too, guys, as I move on here. We shouldn't have to go, Boyce Watkins say, come to my platform. I'll go to your platform. No, we need a middle ground here. Willie D is the middle ground, and then both parties step up. That way that Willie D controls the action. Not someone who comes on here and like Boyce Watkins controlled and mute you anytime you want to. Or same thing with Corey, things that nature. If there's any kind of beef here, we need someone in the middle so that someone doesn't overtake the home field advantage. Real talk, guys. Good point by Corey here. And as I move on here, shout out to Pinball here. How you doing, Pinball? With the $4.99, $5 holla. Turn the chat here green, saying, just for the love I'm enjoying taking these last days of L's for the grands. For real, man? Hey, what's up, man? Pinball, good to see you, brother. First things first, man. Salud. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, Pinball, for contributing. Turn the chat green here. All right, guys, that's some good information by Corey here. We're just getting started. If y'all just checked in here, we're here to see what Willie D is basically parlaying and brought Corey Holcomb and Boyce Watkins together to see if this war of words can be shut down here. We got grown black men sitting down and having a conversation. Now, I may see the cap in what Boyce Watkins is saying here, but at the same time, this is good for people to see that when two men have disagreements, we got to get them together, get someone in the middle who can broker the deal, and get them on the horn and talk it out. Jay's like, why Corey look like Umar right now? I beg your pardon. Hey, come on, man. I'm done with you, Jay. Stop it, Jay. Let's get back to the video, guys. Let's go. Let's hear some more.
When things like this, happen, what tends to happen oftentimes is people pick sides. And, Boyce, you are a leader in our community. Corey, you are a leader. I'm a leader. Everybody is a leader in their own right, even people who are not famous. We're all leaders in our own right. Even if you're, I won't say just, but even if you're a bus driver, you're leading somebody, whether it be your children, your wife, the kids, or kid on the bus. We're all leaders, and none of us are perfect. And so I think we have to get over the hump of looking at each other and with such a close microscope and thinking that we have to be like our ideas have to always align perfectly. Like overall, I think if we care about, if we have the same objective, and that is to, advance our, Black community, if the same objective is to give information and instructions so people can navigate through this wild, crazy, beautiful world in the right way. Hey, I'm cool with that. I don't think that any of us, I think that we have to stop holding each other. I think we should hold each other to a high standard, but not to a standard of perfection, because none of us are perfect. I know for a fact I'm not perfect, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm telling y'all right now, y'all can come back and play this later, but I'm gonna do something really, really fucked up soon. I don't know when, but I'm gonna do something. And I'm just letting you know right now, I'm ready for it, because I know I'm not perfect.
Right, good. I'm glad you said that, Willie, because you did something messed up, if you ask me.
Is that right?
Yeah, it ain't nothing bad, because I trust my instincts when I meet people and when I talk to people. So I really think that you are definitely one of them roses that grew from the concrete. I believe that sincerely. And but I do want to tell you this, Willie. Listen, bro. I have an identity where people think more on the negative side sometimes of me when they don't know me. But let me ask you something. Willie D, have I ever been in your presence and done anything that you would consider foul? Because if you do, I really want to know.
Nah. No.
I was very impressed when I met you, because I didn't know who you were. You Willie D of the Ghetto Boys. I'm inclined to physically whip your ass. I was like, oh shit, who is this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? When you got up on me, I didn't know. But as I was around you, not from one time, but from multiple times, I was like, oh shit, this Willie D is actually a stand-up dude. So what I'm saying is, bro, if you know me to never do nothing around you that was foul, it kind of broke my heart when you took up like for Boyce in a way. Like you said, I was talking about his wife, and I was just making fun of the video, of the picture that is on the internet that has been dissected before me. Like when I brought up the picture, I didn't have a one where it was, they had the words on it. I don't know if you saw that, but you called me and you was like, yeah, man, people saying this, that, and the other. And I was like, oh shit, I really did. Okay, so I'm saying, this is what I'm trying to say. I feel like you, in my opinion, Willie, you jumped to Boyce's side instead of, well, what you doing on the phone now, you proving you're not jumping to Boyce's side. But at first I was shocked and hurt, because I felt like you was jumping to Boyce's side like, oh, that old goddamn Corey Holcomb, he a bad guy, and he out here doing something else again. But it's not like that, Mr. Watkins. I'm saying, I said on my show, I'm not mad at you. I just took the opportunity after you said what you said to stab at you. But it's not like, oh, fuck that nigga, I hope he died. I got more love for you, Boyce Watkins, than I have for my baby mama. If you see what I'm saying. I don't even know you, Boyce Watkins, but that bitch ain't about shit. But what I'm trying to say, I'm just speaking for real, because we all around each other. I can understand why a Boyce Watkins would be shocked at first when he sees me from some of the things I say. But Willie D, you one of the brothers who I expect to carry that bridge over to let people know, yo, man, I know Corey. Corey is not about fuckery. Now, I say some things, and sometimes I make a mistake. I say some things that I regret, but I didn't regret that about my baby mama. She tried to hit me with a car, amongst other things. She one of them crazy girls. But I'm saying, Willie D, I be counting on you, man, when people bring my name up, to be the person to speak on your experience of me when people may have something bad to say about me. That's what I'm trying to say.
What did I tell you about Corey?
Before Willie D comments here, I'm glad that Corey did this here, guys. this is actually a good point here to discuss here. Not long here, right? This is why we have to pick up the phone, or you call them, or you got to FaceTime somebody, or we do the face-to-face and we actually put our cards on the table and actually have a meeting of the minds here. Because he's saying not now because they're having this meeting, but what did Corey say? He felt like Willie D was taking Boyce Watkins' side. So even though, of course, that Corey is friends with Willie D, Boyce is friends with Willie D. So Willie D's in the middle. They were to put this together. There was a period where that even though Corey is cool with him, he felt a certain type of way, saying, "Hey man, why is Willie D taking Boyce's side for this? Here? You know me." Say he asked him a question: "Do you know me to be a stand-up guy? You know I'm not about that effery." You know, so this is good from this window, this space, to showcase why we need to pick up the phone, why we got to have conversations and not just assume something here. Because without this parlay, as much as Corey says he's cool with Willie D, he said he felt a certain type of way. Who's to say that this wouldn't fester? This would keep going on longer and longer. And even though they're cool, that this could be the beginning of the breakdown to their friendship. That's why that we're feeling some type of way and we don't know the whole facts, guys. We have to talk to the person that we feel may have injured us, may have wronged us here, or taken the other side of the conversation here. So this is from a standpoint as far as regarding us men as adults, how we need to pick up the phone or talk to somebody we got to beef with. I can understand that we need space and time before that happens because maybe you're too upset. Maybe you are in your emotion because you may feel that person wronged you. And you say to yourself, I need some time before I go holler at him. But once you get that time, guys, that's when you go ahead and holler at that person. Don't let it linger where that the one issue that you may have may turn to a bigger problem than what it actually would be here. And sometimes you just need to go ahead and put your cards at the table, and then we're going to hear Willie D respond here right now. But I'm glad that Corey brought this up. The beef is not just with Boyce Watkins. With him and Willie D, it's not a beef. It looks like it's more of a miscommunication here. So let's continue, guys. Let's get into it here. Let's go.
Corey, Boyce.
You said a lot, but on which particular thing?
Well, about his character, like what type of person he is.
Oh yeah, you said good things about him, man, and that's what I'm gonna say this. Look, I don't take a lot of stuff personal, man. I don't give a shit. Like, I know
if you didn't take it personal, then why did you make the videos in response? He's double talking again. Because if you didn't take it personal, then you wouldn't have said, I was triggered. Triggered means something hit you personally. You know what I'm saying? So I find it funny he says that here, when in actuality, he is taking it personal. Once again, all around the world, the same song. It's going to be a theme of this live stream, guys. Shout out to Digital Underground. RIP, Shock G, Humpty Hump.
I know we threw some shots back and forth and whatnot, man. And
what's going on, Del?
I think I can still sit back and say I think you are a brilliant comedian. Maybe we don't agree on everything. I will say, obviously, as with my integrity as a husband, I have to say that I'm fair game, but my family's not, right? My wife didn't do nothing wrong, but for the record, she didn't take it personally. She don't, it's like we know what's true and what's not, so when Willie and I talk, we joked about the picture and have people like taking a picture and reading all this shit into it. And you and I both know we would, I wouldn't marry a woman who's doing some shit like that. And you wouldn't even have no parts in that, right? So
I wouldn't bring Willie D into this conversation here, boys, because you once again, you say you don't take things personally, but he is, again, if you guys followed me, you saw we did the 2 live streams regarding, Boyce talking about Corey and him breaking down his wife. If it wasn't an issue, then why are you constantly explaining your relationship? You are constantly explaining the proposal. You're constantly giving different viewpoints and angles, how you knew she was going to say yes. If it's not an issue, you don't have to explain yourself more than once. Now let's let it play out some more here, but I'm stopping that here because once again, as I didn't follow Boyce Watkins until the situation occurred here, but if you let him talk long enough, you can hear that he double talks here. So let's continue.
It's not, I'm not offended by any of it, right? And I will say this too, Corey. I don't feel like Willie was taking sides. I feel like when it got to the point where other people were kind of involved in the conversation that didn't want to be involved, whether it's Willie, my wife, or whoever, I feel like that's when it kind of got to the point where I was like, okay, now I'm getting very upset. And I don't want to feel that way, man, because the bottom line is I got enemies in this world. As a black man, I got a lot of enemies. Corey Holcomb is not my enemy. And if that means I got to, apologize for what I said, which if that struck you in a certain way, I'm sorry for that. And also, one thing I've learned, man, over time, and I like what you said earlier about the fact that we're all over the age of 40, so we're supposed to be setting an example of de-escalation and whatnot. I'll go as far as say, like, I want to be cool with you, man. Any friend of Willie's is a friend of mine because you and I both. One thing we have in common is that
he wants to be cool with him, right? The issue, guys, what's going on, Eric? He wants to be cool, Corey, right? We're not here if it's not for you, boys. I've been doing a good job about pausing. I'm letting them cook here. I'm letting them talk here. But you guys can hear Boyce Watkins. We are here because of you. And when Corey responded, he kept saying, I don't want to do this, but I got to respond and stay away. And then what does Boyce do? He comes back and doubles down. And then he says he's not worried. He's not emotional, but he's triggered. He's saying one word, but then the next sentence is something completely different. We're here because of you, Mr. Watkins. This is all occurring because of your sneak dissing. We're all here because that you feel that you need to respond to something when Corey's saying that, hey, I ain't going to let no sucker say this to me here. Here's the thing, guys. There could be multiple things true at the same time. This is great for black men to see a parlay, people who have disagreements with each other, and we're going to try to come to the minds to get this squashed. We need to see more examples of this. But at the same time, Mr. Watkins, you started this. You caused this storm here. You the one sneak dissing. You the one going through with this here. We're not here if you weren't being emo. We wouldn't be here if you weren't being your feminine character. So let's continue here. I'm hoping as we get further along that you will stop this double talk here, and then we get to the brass tacks. Just leave it on the table so we can keep it moving here. So let's continue, guys.
We've known Willie for years, and we know that he's a solid guy. So anybody that he says is solid, it's like hands off. I'm done. You know what I mean? So Willie's involvement, while it definitely spilled things over to a point where I found myself getting upset about it, at the same time, his involvement is beneficial because number one, he brought us together. Number two, it makes me say, okay, you know what? He's supposed to be an ally. I'm not even gonna mess with that. So that's why I stand on this.
Hey, Mr. Watkins, let me tell you something real quick. This is so important. Listen to me. Now, you do what you do because you're your own man, but I want to tell you something. My wife used to try to be on the internet, and I told her, if you're on the internet, you have to understand the predators on the internet are going to come after you. She didn't understand that. She did not understand that until she got on the internet. And then she had real predators, like especially this one dude, I call him the sissy mayor, Tommy Sotomayor.
Oh.
He even tried to get in touch with her. That's when she started to realize, oh shit, I come with the dirt or I come with the good, because we eat good off this information game. We do, you know what I'm saying? It's shit that come with it. So what I'm saying to you, I never try to be flat out disrespectful, especially to somebody I don't know. But I was digging at you like that because this is the information that we put out there on the internet. And so I'm saying, like, I know you wise and you gonna understand what I'm saying. Everything we do on this internet gonna get dissected and turned into what it's gonna get turned into. Because anybody with common sense knows that photo that I talked about where Willie D and you and your wife was on the wedding day, it can get dissected in all kind of ways. But me being who I am, I dissected it how I dissected it because I wasn't mad at you. I was really being funny.
Yeah.
And people are going to be funny about everything on the internet. And Willie, you got to listen to that too, because I really feel like in a way you felt violated that I was joking about the picture. And I was so shocked. I was like, God damn, I know Willie D got to know better than this.
No,
about me. I don't mean it like I'm stabbing at somebody to try and be all the way vicious. But what we do on this internet with information on the internet is crazy. Like I say, Steve Harvey called me about his wife.
Oh, wow.
I said some slick shit that's out there about his wife. And he called me. And like I say, man, it's like these are internet stories.
Listen, Corey, I knew, like I said at the top, I knew you was going to go in. That's why when Boyce dropped the comment, I already knew what was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. So it wasn't about trying to choose a side. It wasn't about that. It was when you used that particular picture and had me in it and got me in it. I'm your friend, but you also know I'm Boyce's friend. That puts me in a compromising position, knowing that I'm this man's friend. You dig what I'm saying? So it wasn't about picking a side. It was about you a comedian. You Corey Holcomb. You ain't just a comedian. You Corey Holcomb. You got a million goddamn jokes you can tell. Why you got to use me?
Because you part of it, Willie. You on the internet and you was like, yo, Corey Holcomb saying this about his baby mama. You see how it all trickle? It's not to be mean to nobody. We all are responsible for what we do. And like you, Willie D, Mr. I went Golden Gloves in Texas boxing, all that shit. It's all in the game, brother. It's not nothing that's like I'm coming at Willie D now. Man, bro, you ain't never been nothing but nice to me. Every time I come to Texas, dog, you go out your way, you do things.
Hey, Corey's making a good point here, right? So, guys, check this out here. So, of all the pictures that we have on the internet with Boyce Watkins and his wife on their wedding day, if we don't have this Willie D photo, Willie D is not getting involved. Like, it could, whatever's going on that live stream, and then Boyce Watkins came in the comment section, met him, never liked him, right? If we don't have the picture with Willie D in here, we don't have a broker, guys. We don't have a parlay. We don't have a meet in the minds. Willie D is like, oh crap, I'm in it now. I got to dead it. Like, and Corey's breaking down. These are jokes. It's part of the game. You see, do you guys like how Corey's breaking this down here? Like when we watch the 5150 show, or if you ever seen him in stand-up, I've seen him in show, seen him perform out here at the Chicago Theater. He gives a good damn show and everything, right? But what did he say? If it's on the internet, the game is the game. I feel like I'm watching the episode of The Wire right now. You know how I'm The Wire, my Wire fans, they always, the cops would talk to the corner boys and the stick up kids and everything. And at the end of it all, when they're all comparing everything, they'll say, hey man, the game's the game. And then they'll say, well, the game is more fierce. And you know what they say? Still, the game is the game. You see, that is one thing that Corey is trying to push upon, not just for Boyce Watkins, not for Willie D, but for everybody watching. And the reason why he gave the information that he gave right now, that when you get in his content creation game, or you're talking about his ex or his wife, whatever like that, trying to be on the internet. When the game is the game, you can't get mad of how hard it gets, how fierce it gets, how rude it gets, how wild it gets. It is what it is. So one thing that we're seeing here from Corey, guys, is he is making sure that y'all understand when people get upset. How could someone say this about somebody? Or how could you do this? Or how could you be so mean? The game is the game. Facts. You know why, people? Because if Corey's not going to do it, 200 other YouTube channels already have. You got to remember, the 5150 show comes on only once a week on Tuesdays, and they have to be late all the time, like 10, 11 o'clock at night. If y'all on the East Coast, maybe start after midnight. So he has a show that does it once a week for like 2 or 3 hours. Boyce Watkins live streams almost every single day or every other day. He's constantly on YouTube, guys. Azrael says, the game is the game. Michael's like, I feel you about The Wire, Dave. Omar once said, it's all in the game. It is. So once people understand the game, then we would not have as much outcry. That's why when you see people who are involved in like the Wires at the game, they understand the game. But then when they get to a certain age, what happens? They get too old. So I got to get out of this here because the game is the game, but I don't need the game. So I love that Corey broke this down here, and he's trying to make y'all understand the game. Hey, before we move on here, shout out to my man, Eric Jordan with the $5 holla. Turn the chat here green saying, Moist is still moist. Wow, this is sad. Boyce Watkins is a soft-ass simp. I hear you, EJ. EJ in the building. Hey, Eric, salud. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, Eric, coming through, man. Big supporter. A rock of you, man. Thank you, man. Hey, man, so let's see here. Yeah. Like I said here, Omar once said, it's all in the game. It's all in the game. Let's continue now. Let's hear more.
Go ahead, Mr. Watkins. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I'm sorry. I was just saying, man, one thing, Corey, man, that makes it different, I've seen people make jokes or whatever, man. I don't even watch I don't watch really any of the videos of anybody about me online because I know that's part of the game. Like,
he lying. He did the reaction to Theo. Hey, guys. Hey, tag Theo on this right now. Hey, guys. Hey, check us out. We're at the 1 hour and 25 minute marker here. Tab that, and I don't got time to send out to Theo here. He said that he don't got time to be reacting to people, but he went ahead and randomly picked Theo's video to do the whole live stream on a Friday, the last Friday, guys. Another cap. Boy should just stick to the points that we got here. Keep moving here, because like we said here, the game is the game, and once you put yourself on the internet, people, what did Corey say, will dissect it. So you see me here, I'm doing Corey, we're dissecting it because he commented on a fellow content creator who's my friend here, and then you're going to state a clear, bold-faced lie that you don't be checking for other people when you literally took a whole 2 hour live stream regarding Corey by taking another man's video. Come on, guys. Are we serious? Let me play that back here. Hold on.
Like you said, I don't. I've seen people make jokes or whatever, man. I don't even watch.
Really?
I don't watch really any of the videos of
really?
anybody about me online because I know
really?
that's part of the game. Like you said.
Really?
I think my wife understands it.
Really?
She said something about Cardi B. Cardi was in her inbox the next morning. Like talking about I'm gonna sue you, this, that, and the other, right? So she's okay with that part. I think it's the difference with you is that number one, it's one thing if some random motherfucker says something online, like you can ignore that.
I ain't trying to cut you off. I'm really listening to this part, Mr. Watkins, because I want to know what is it about Corey Holcomb when Corey Holcomb says something, people be ready to get the mob. I want to hear it. I'm listening to this.
Because you are Corey Holcomb, and that means something, right? And then also the fact that me, you, and Willie kind of know each other, that makes it like more personal. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's the part. So it's one thing if somebody says something, and I know they don't know me. I know they ain't got no facts. I know they just talking shit. I know they're just trying to get views. That's one thing. But if it's like somebody where you're like, wait a minute, I know that guy, or I know a guy who knows that guy, it gets real close to home and makes it a little bit tougher, but I agree with you. I think that in general, man, like, I think jokes are fine, and I don't think I think comedians are real big about freedom of speech. That's what I really pick up. And I really think that should be protected. And again, I don't take any offense to any of it. It is what it is. But I think that's why it was different, because if you were just a comedian that nobody knows and whatever, it wouldn't have meant anything to anybody, so it really speaks, it's more of a compliment to your success than anything, I think, that people even paying attention.
I listen to you, brother, and I will take that in consideration as I talk, because like I say, some people have gotten in touch with me that had me on the floor like, wow, what? You know what I'm saying? So I hear you. I got it, but I'm saying, and it's like, I'm saying, like, when it came to anything I said about you, I use the word bitch like people use the word hello. You get what I'm saying? I also use the word nigga a lot too. When I'm talking to Willie D, I try not to use the word nigga when I am referring to him because I know he feels some kind of way about that. But it's difficult. It wasn't wild. I'll be like, nigga, get your ass out. And then I'll be like, oh, this fucking Willie sensitive ass. Let me stop with that shit. Well, when I say sensitive, I mean, like, I get it. That's what I'm trying to say. So the main thing I want, Mr. Watkins, I want you to know, main thing I want Willie D to know, y'all can reach out to me and talk to me if you feel like I have gone across the line. But I feel like one insecurity I might have, I feel like, man, why people think I'm going across the line and I'm just responding to the shit like I signify. This is what I do. Like, I talk shit for a living, you know what I'm saying? But I guess because it's me, I have to make sure I put disclaimers in it because I don't want to be known as the person who is wicked. I want to be known as the person who said what probably should have been said in my mind. And like I said, if I go too far, people can talk to me about it.
Man, but
I find that was very interesting what Corey said here. We're going to let Boyce get back in here in a second here. I see where Corey's coming from when he said, like, yo, I'm just responding to it. I signify, right? And even in my comment section when I was responding and we're reacting to the situation here, people, even though Boyce Watkins started, people are going in on Corey. And so it was like, okay, we understand that. But if we know for a fact that the man at the bottom of the screen started here, and then Corey's just responding, because that's what we do as men. You know, he's going to be the type of person like, hey, you're going to say something, I'm going to respond right back. This is too good. It's too easy. And then they start going in on Corey. So I can see why Corey asked that question. I can see why he feels the way he does right now. I don't start it. I just finish it. I signify it here. I'm here for the jokes. But why do they go in on me when Dr. Boyce starts it? You see, but that's a good analysis here. That was a good point that we have here that he brought up here. So let's continue, guys.
But you know, I'm gonna say this, man. I think you going across the line, it's risky, but that's what helped you become great. You know, Willie went across the line. Willie's a ghetto boy. I mean, they crossed the line in their music. I cross the line all the time. You know, I just got banned from Instagram. You know what I mean? Like,
boys don't be crossing the line. If you want to call his simping crossing the line, if you want to call your pandering crossing the line, and I honestly think you got banned off Instagram because the book that you were referencing in your video, all right, that ain't got nothing to do with crossing the line. That's a whole other discussion. We're talking about social media and big brothers are censoring what we got going on here. A la, talk about Kyrie Irving doing that tweet when last year when we had that big old crap storm that went on here. Kyrie didn't say nothing. He just tweeted about a movie here. I'm not here defending Kyrie. I'm just saying, though, that, boys, don't be saying that you this and you're not that. That's all I'm saying. You trying to insert yourself into the same dynamic of how Corey Holcomb does his comedy and how Willie D being a trendsetter with the ghetto boys. You got a platform, but we got to understand the levels of where we are in our platforms. As much as I see how he panders and simps, I'm not going to say I have the platform as he does because he got way more viewers and more supporters. But I'm not going to say, oh, I'm just like Boyce too. Like, no, there's levels to the game here. I'm real. I'm not going to be fronting like him here, but I'm not going to act like I got the bigger base than him. You know what I'm saying? So come on, brother. We can't do that, man. We can't do that. Yeah, this is a bridge too far. Bridge too far, man. Let's go.
So we, you know, I think that crossing the line, honestly, it comes with ups and downs, but that's probably why we relate to each other, man. You know, and I'm gonna tell you this, I'm not gonna hold no grudge, man. I want to be friends, man. Somebody may not always be a good man, but I know a great man when I see one. And when I look at both of y'all, I just see two great men, man, who just. Your fearlessness has led to your success, and that's what I relate to. And I think that's the best example.
Wait. How are you gonna say that Corey's a great man, but in your own live stream, you called him low vibration? Keep it up, keep it 100, man. Keep it 100. I'm glad that we're here for the meeting the minds. We're here to squash it here, but let's just be honest when we're in front of somebody and we're putting our cards on the table here. Don't say you're gonna call the man great when you did when I reacted to it, there was a good 30-minute segment of talking about Corey's low vibration, right? So how is he great, now, but he had low vibration before, like less than like a week ago, literally less than a week ago. I'm happy. Like, two things can be true at the same time, guys. Rock with me for a second. Two things can be true at the same time, that these guys are getting together to squash it. As grown men, that's a good thing. At the same time, though, we're going to squash it. Be honest. Be truthful. We ain't got nothing to hide now. We're here. We're grown men. Say it with your chest. Say what you mean, and then we can move on here. But don't be saying he's a great man when you weren't calling him great before. You're only saying great now because he's in your face. You're on the same stream with him. That's where I got a problem, guys. That's where I got a problem. He's not being 100 here. I'm glad we're here, but be 100 if you're going to be here.
Example we can set for younger guys watching is like, don't be scared. Sometimes it ain't going to work out. Sometimes it's going to blow up in your face, but you just keep on moving. And then the de-escalation piece to me is self-preservation, because I don't think that any of us three benefits from fighting the other, man. So that's why I stand with that. You know what I mean? That was one of the reasons why I was happy to Willie open that door for us to have this conversation.
Yeah, Willie D, he got it like that with me, where he can talk to me and I calm down. Like everybody can't calm me down. Not like I'm some wild man, but there's very few people out here who I feel like conduct themselves respectfully. And I'm telling you, I watched Willie D since I had the privilege of being around him. And I think his intentions are well toward not only me, not only toward you, but toward the brotherhood of us here in America. I really do. I think he's a winner for the brothers. So, Willie D, you got me. You got my heart.
I appreciate you, King. You got mine too, man. I appreciate.
Got a tornado. Got a tornado in the area. Remember at the beginning of last time I said it's been thundering and pouring. I want to watch John Wick all day. So all my cell phones are going off here, and we got a tornado in the area. They're telling me to take shelter now in a basement or the interior room or in the lowest floor of a sturdy building. If you're outdoors, a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Guys, I'm in the basement. I'm in the basement. So, okay, hopefully we can finish this live stream off before the tornado come through the Midwest here. It's going to come through and just demolish the area here, guys. But here's the thing, though. Even I heard the sirens. The show must still go on until I hear something that says, hey, Dave, get your ass off the internet. Y'all can clip this. Y'all heard the sound. Dave's in the middle of a tornado, and we still cooking. Dave, the tornado's all over Aurora, Naperville. That's where I live. Hey, guys, do me a favor here. I'm going to let it play here. I'll be right back. Ooh. Okay. I hear the sirens. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to let it play. I got my earbud in. I'm going to hear it. I'm going to come back here. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm going to give y'all the show here. You watch on the radar? Oh, God. Okay, guys. Give me 1 second here. Oh, fuck. I hear the sirens. Give me 1 second, guys.
I appreciate you, for real.
And Mr. Watkins, don't let me not. I mean, I'm like I say, I'm so glad we had this talk, brother. We on point, man. We good, man. It ain't nothing, man. And I would say to you, like, any man that you feel like is unleft air, I mean, that there's air left out there, we all should reach out to them people and try to come to an understanding where even if we don't agree, we can agree to disagree.
Absolutely.
Right. Right. Yeah, man. I think I enjoy that, man. I don't really think if you're an intelligent person, you're not going to agree with everything that another person says all the time. You know, that's not, to me, that's not a requirement for friendship, man. That's you know, I think that, you know, if you think about it, right, you're a comedian, which means you're gonna tell a lot of jokes. I've seen your jokes, man. You know, and most of them are very funny, and a lot of them are controversial. But it's like, it would be weird for me to go to your.
Hey guys, I'm taking a pause for the action here because I got all my people here in the basement because I'm in the area where the tornado's popping off here. We got the sirens going off here. The skies are looking crazy. So I ran upstairs real fast here, and all the TVs are going off right now. We got the weather reports going. I told you guys, it's been pouring all day. It's been thundering and lightning. Ooh, I'm frightening. You know what I mean? What's going on, Smoke and Talk in the building? Derek's like, Dave, please check on Sheila. She was stuck in traffic. I can't get in contact with Sheila. Hey, Sheila's driving. She got the radio. She gonna figure this out here. Clifton says, now if you live in a trailer park, good luck. Hey, nah, brother, we got a single family home, man. I got a full basement, brother. Where we do this show at, we in the basement, we underground. We, you know, so if something pops off here, you know, we in the best place possible here. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what y'all say here before I walked away. I had to go check on some people here. Clifton says, "Are tornadoes not going to hit a large city? Updraft from city prevents it from forming." Hey Dave, this is the Matrix. We are coming. Hey, come on, stop playing. Stop playing with me, man. Leroy, thanks for selling that for me here. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Thomas says, "Stay safe." Yeah, I know, man. Give me 1 second, guys. I didn't mean to stop the show like this, but just let y'all know this is real. Yo, we over here getting it going in here, and we got the sirens going off. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me see here. Give me 1 second, guys. If it gets to a point where that I gotta stop the stream, then I'll just pick this up back up another time here. You know, I mean, this is what YouTube's here. We here, you know, we can get on YouTube 24/7. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me see here. I'm looking something up. I got my peoples here in the basement. You know, we ain't trying to, you know, catch a case over here. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Glad you guys bear with me here. Shout out to the replay gang here. If y'all see this here, you know, this is what we got here in the Midwest, man. It's tornado season. It gets extremely hot. We get to like 90 degrees. Then after that, then we get to the rains and thunderstorms. And the next you know, we got going on here, thunderstorms and tornadoes, baby. Dave, are you saying you live in a zombie? Wait, what are you saying here? Dang, the screen keeps moving here. Dave, you say you live in a zombie-proof home? Ain't nothing zombie-proof, brother. I'm just saying I got a basement. I'm the best place possible where I can be at. So we can see the stream another time. Your safety comes first. I'm already in the basement, Larry. I appreciate you, man. I'm already in the basement, so nothing I can do here right now. I'm just trying to check where the weather here, because if I know something's super close, then I'm gonna shut it down. All right, guys. Rain in the summer? Damn. Hey, this is Chicago. It was rain all day yesterday. Let me see, guys. I appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. Y'all my peoples. The tribal salute here. Give me 1 second here. Okay. I got my daughter down here too, guys, you know, so shouts to little one. You know, she said this, you know, I would put her on the screen, but she ain't ready for that yet. You know, I got to keep some things private to myself right now so she gets old enough. Where's it at, guys? Give me 1 second here. I'm looking for something here before I get started. Thanks. Okay, here we go. Give me 1 second, guys. Thanks for rocking. Okay, here we go. Where's the last one at? Oh, a severe. Okay, that's in Oswego. I'm not in Oswego, but I'm close. But they're saying that okay, they're talking about Naperville and Plainfield. See, I'm all up in these areas, guys. I'm not letting you know where exactly I'm at, but Naperville, Oswego, Romeoville, I-55. You know, I'm in those neck of the woods, guys. Leroy says, along US 34, east of Aurora, no tornado on the ground so far. Yeah, not too far away from 34 is called Ogden Avenue. You know, Ogden runs forever. But yeah, I'm not too far away from that. Let's check this out, guys. We're doing okay right now. If I see some flickering some lights, then we'll shut the stream down. Okay? So we're gonna bring it back in, guys. We'll bring it back in. Yeah, that's right, Eric Jordan. EJ, thank you, man. Everybody stay safe. You're in Woodridge, Eric? Yo, Eric, you back in the burbs again? I know you're a truck driver, man. You in Woodridge? Let me know, brother. You be all over the place, man. Shout out to my truck drivers. All the drivers in the gang here, man. Gang, gang. You in Woodridge, Eric? You was just you up in California, up in my neck of the woods, if that's the case. What you saying, brother? I'll wait for you. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get back into it, guys. If something happens, if the stream goes black, it'd be just like those cats, those billionaires in that submarine, you know. So if something goes out, at least it happened without a flinch, you know. Leroy's like, I know where David's at. Nice houses out that way. Thank you, Leroy. You know, we ain't ghetto, we ain't hood over here. You know, we all taxpayers. All right, guys, check this out. Let's bring it back to the stream. I appreciate y'all guys rocking with me here. We're gonna get this going here. Let's bring it back to Corey Holcomb and Boyce Watkins.
Show and expect that I'm never going to be offended by anything that you say. You know what I mean? If I'm easily offended, then I shouldn't be there. You know, and I think it's like one of those things where I think that we can, and this is something for everybody listening, man. You know, I think you can find more benefit to your life by finding the things you rally around, the things you have in common, the good in people, than always focusing on the negative. You know. And I can also say this, you know, my wife, I talked to my wife about how she felt about everything. She's good. You know what I mean? So when we come to LA, you know, maybe we sit down and eat or something, man. Like, you know, I'd like for you to get to know her. I'd like to get to know you because I think maybe that first impression when I went to 5150 was not the best. But you know, next time around, man, you know, I'll come to your show.
You went to
I did.
Hey, you know why Corey's laughing, right? Why he gonna try to invite himself to a show that he know that him and his wife is not going to like it? That's why Corey laughed. He's like, hey, man, why are you over here trying to talk like this? You don't want to come back to another show, man. Stop playing. Hey, that's one of the facetious laughs. Corey's like, hey, man, stop playing. Let's go.
No, he met me up at Zoe's show.
That's how we met.
I met him up at Zoe's show. Zoe Williams show.
Oh, it was 51. Okay, I thought that was my bad. I got it mixed up.
No, but Zoe and me were partners on 50. I mean, he was on my show a lot. But when I met you, it was up at Zoe's show. He used to do this Zoe What Morning show. And everybody basically look at it like we all one group because me and Zoe was together for so long. But yeah, it was at Zoe What show. But it's all good. It's all good, man. We are supposed to find ways to be gentlemen. That's what we're supposed to do. That's what's missing. And a lot of the youth growing up, a gentleman, I would just say people need to look up the definition of the word gentleman. I think it's our job to be gentlemen toward each other, man. We can't just, the word fuck you is used too commonly toward too many things that are precious. We really have to understand, man, a lot of this shit can be fixed with a conversation. A lot of shit can be fixed with conversation. That's why, Willie D, when you called me, I was like, man, let's talk about it on air for the culture, because this turns out now where people may have all kinds of things about Boyce Watkins and Corey going at it and all like that. But I wonder what they gonna say now that we all together. You get what I'm saying? I like that uncomfortable, like the people who done talk shit like in ways where they try to pit us all against each other. Now they got to actually do some work and come together and say something good about the brothers as they, because that's hard to say something good about somebody. It's easy to come up with bullshit, but saying something good about somebody, let's see what they got to say about all us coming together now.
Hey, Corey got a good point here on this one here, right? So let's just keep it a buck here. What he's doing here is actually good here. We see two grown men. We see two black men here who got disagreements. And right now, they're going to basically say, what y'all going to do if we ain't got no beef for each other right now? You're going to have to work hard to create this content. You're going to have to figure out to make some stuff up because you got them to talk about here. And so I can appreciate that here, what Corey's doing here right now. Squashing the beef, letting two grown men figure this out here and go on their own ways here. Because trust me, Corey's going to have content where he can talk about other things too as well. And here's one thing we can agree on too. Boyce is going to say something stupid outside of Corey that we can be talking about him again. So, hey, that's what's going on here. I appreciate that. We say, Leah, Dave, the coast is clear for you. That's all I'm just saying here, man. Here's the thing, though. It looks like that the storm is headed toward my family's house here, man, because I got a lot of people in the southwest suburbs here. So I'm about to make a few phone calls here to make sure people are in the basement. But yeah, it looks like the coast is clear here. They're saying about 15 minutes or so that everything's going to be all right. But, I'm just keeping an eye here because we went from literally a tornado watch to a tornado warning. So just by having that, you got to play safe and sorry. A watch is one thing. A warning, hey, man, take shelter. Yeah, it has weakened, Leroy. Hey, let me do this here, guys. Hey, shout out to all y'all. Y'all had an idea where I stay at here, and y'all posting, y'all looking out for the kid. My tribe, hold on. Y'all my peoples. Y'all have an idea where I'm at, the vicinity area. They're like, yo, Dave, tornado, man, you all right? What's going on here? Man, that's real. If y'all just here, just here for certain things that didn't give a damn about all of us here, they'd be like, yo, Dave, I hope Dave get crushed by that twister. Nah. Yeah, the chat here. Hey, shout out to the replay gang. Look at the live chat. I make sure I check the box when I start my live streams here so that you guys can follow the live chat here. As well as after the fact, a part of the replay gang, you can put comments in the comments section. But man, y'all showing mad support. Y'all show that y'all care about me. Yo, Dave, man, it's off by Ogden. I'm here in Oswego, Aurora. Like, yeah, these are my neck of the woods. Like, hold on. And then my phone went off here. I was like, oh, it's real. Because my phone don't go off like that. And this is my phone, my personal cell phone, my New York cell phone, everything was going on upstairs, everything was going off here. So I just want to say thank y'all. It's one thing that y'all bless me with the supers, and I'm like, man, this is what I need here, right? Because I got to keep the lights on. Even if it's 99 cents, I see you guys rock with me. But just on the real here, just when y'all checking on like that here, I was like, all right, that's what's up, man. Said, Michael, so check on your people that already got people making phone calls to me right now. I was like, we had everybody here in the basement. Y'all couldn't see him, but my wall over here is far enough that people can actually walk around and that you can't even see him. I got my camera just straight focus on me. So I had everybody here in the basement. Y'all just didn't hear them. They did a real good being quiet. This whole basement is actually pretty large. I don't got a small basement. I got a full finished basement. I got my 60-inch TV over here. We got a full sofa living room set over here. I got my work area when I work from home down over here. So it's a home down here, basically, right? I just made shift this area. So my people are down here and they're making phone calls right now. So we good. So, if anything, we're telling them to get in the basement. My mom's, she got a bigger basement than me. So worst case scenario, she going to get her button and get them in the basement as well. So I have people in California I check on. That's what's up, Malcolm. Yeah, Jay's like, I hope Dave ain't getting crushed by that twister. Hey, Jay, I literally earlier today, you heard about the haters. They're going to probably take the clip saying, yeah, Dave lashed him in the tornado. He probably lying. Talking about he in a tornado. He lying. He ain't no tornado. He over here just trying to get sympathy cap. Like, nah, man, they told me about the tornado too. My phone was going off. Yeah, man. Yeah, hold on here. Let's see here. All right, guys. Let's get back into it now. Didn't expect that to happen. This is real. Reality TV, you can say. We do live streams, we do live shows, and we can't predict the weather. And right now, guys, this is the bad time of year for Chicago. Just want to let y'all know right now, because the way Chicago works, before we get back into it, is it's July now. So July, we get crazy, crazy hot weather. Not like it used to be. It's not consistent. We'll get to like 90s, close to 100. The humidity will push over 100, right? And then because of that immediate heat wave that comes in, then we immediately go to storms. Now, normally, throughout the whole year, those storms will be like thunderstorms and just heavy rain. But in certain types of year, the extremes turn from thunderstorm to tornado. This is a tornado area here. I have not had a touchdown here, but in Plainfield, when I was in high school it's like 25 years ago. No, take it back. My 25-year reunion is this fall here. So I think roughly close to 30 years ago, the Plainfield High School, which is not that far away from me where I live at now, the whole high school got demolished by a tornado. You can Google it here, right? The Plainfield High School. I was in high school at that time when the tornadoes. I'm not that far away. So when they had those sirens, we are in Tornado Alley when we get the crazy ass weather. So there's a day went outside and did a Dikembe Mutombo. No, not today. Hey man, I ran upstairs. I looked out. I was like, everybody in the basement. That's what happened. I let it play. I had my earbuds in. I was giving y'all something here, and when I looked out the window, I was like, Everybody get in the basement. Malcolm's like, global warming is real. Hey, man. Hey, if people don't want to believe it, I say come to Chicago. It's real out here. It's real out here, man. So, okay, guys, let's get back into it, man. So I'm glad that storm passed by here, man. It is what it is. I literally had plans to do after the show here. That's why I started early. I don't want to do it today now. So y'all got me. Dave reached his gospel tracks and went outside and said, "Peace be still." I don't do gospel, Derek. No, I don't do gospel. You don't see me doing a praise dance. Do you see my hair going? I don't do that praise dancing. You know, they do that. You know, and how do they praise dance? And then I don't praise dance. I'm sorry, Derek. Ain't no gospel here. All right, guys, let's get back to it. Okay. All right, so let's pick this back up here. This is like I said here, this is a very good conversation here. I know that Boyce Watkins is not being 100, but you know what though? We know that some people's going to be like this. If we ever have a meeting of the minds, guys, where that we know we got a disagreement with somebody, and they're willing to come to the table to apologize and say let bygones be bygones, but they're still not being 100. Let me just say this here. Sometimes we got to pick our battles. I wish that he would put his cards on the table and just set it all there and just be done with it. But we know that everybody's not built like that. Clip said, Dave speaking tongues. Ja Morant clipped and she Ja praise Jesus. Ja Morant clipped. That was for Clifton. Yeah, I do that John Moran in their form. Speaking of John Moran, Clifton, you saw it happen yesterday. That's all I'm going to say. Clifton, I know you saw John Morant yesterday with my speaking in tongues. All right, guys. So, thank y'all. Anyways, it'd just be good if he would just put it all on the table. But we know some people are not built that way. They're going to still hold on and say what he's going to say here. I just wish they would put it on the table. But sometimes, guys, we just can't. We're not going to get everything we want in an apology. We're not going to get everything in the meeting of the minds. Sometimes that we got to be the bigger person and say, okay, he's still going to be on this fuck shit. But at least we're going to move somewhere, and I'm not going to harp on these things here because hopefully it's going to stop him from sneak dissing. Dave speaks in tongues. Clifton said he speaks that Chi-Town language. Dave, you wrong. Hey, man, I'm just keeping it a buck here. So let's get back to the video here. Like I was saying, though, sometimes some people is just not going to give you everything you want, and you just got to look at, okay, what's the bigger picture? Do we get a resolution to a degree, and then we move forward? Damn, Dave, damn you. Let that ish go. Hey, Clifton, tell John Morant to get better, Clifton. Hey, his homeboy. Clifton, all you got to do is pull up TMZ from yesterday. John Morant. I'm not doing it, Clifton. You happen to be here when John be doing stuff. It was stand your ground, something. Stop it, Clifton. Stop it. His homeboy's in trouble now. Gotta hang around a better crowd. Let's go.
Yeah,
man. I
we're
think
back.
People love to see black men destroy each other. That's historic. They love. You look at the way Biggie and Pac, how that shit went down, and they instigated it. You always got the people in the middle. They want to see the drama. They'll go back and be like, "Wow, he said this about you. What you got to say to that?" And that's what they did with Biggie and Pac. Next thing you know, you had two guys that really were friends. Where both of them end up dead. And so I really think that anybody that's listening, should understand. Number one, you ain't got to pick a side. I mean, you can if you want to. And if you pick a side, pick Corey's side. I think you're a great comedian, man. I give you all that respect. But I think really for all of us, man, I've learned to really be real careful about taking in that energy, man, because I know that there are people that do that. They want to see us like going back and forth because that's entertaining for them. But it has real consequences, man. And I'm just tired of seeing our people hurting each other. We got big enemies out here, man. And that's why me and you became friends, Willie. You and I were talking about the fact that we have enemies that are bigger than each other. And I'm just not gonna sit around and fight another black man like that. We got better things to do.
And with that, I want to put a challenge out there for any of you guys out there that's in that podcast space that's got that platform. It's a lot of people that's got, black people specifically, that got these big platforms, and they spend a lot of time just attacking other black people that have platforms, And I'm gonna tell you something, fam. We really can't afford any more enemies. Everybody is after us, bro. We are public enemy number one on this planet. We can't afford any more enemies. I can't afford to have people that mess with Corey say, I don't want to mess with Willie D because Corey and Will got at it. Corey don't like Willie D. Boyce don't like Willie D, so I ain't messing with Willie D no more, or vice versa, or whatever. We really can't afford any more separation than we already have. We really can't afford any more enemies. All of these motherfuckers, hey, America has done a great hit job on our image. And so we can't help them. I try my best not to help them out. I try my best. Now, some people might say when they see me going in on one of them start with C rhymes with moons, that I'm contradicting myself, or that's there's some type of irony in that. Man, those type who don't like us, who hate us, who wake up every morning trying to figure out a way to attack the black, man, they get what they get. They don't even count. I don't even look at them like that because they've already sold out, and we can't use them. We can't use them, but we can use people like Corey Holcomb. There's some use for people like Boyce Watkins, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So we can't afford any more splits. We can use people like Dr. Umar Johnson. We can use, a Kwame Brown. You know what I'm saying? We can use people like that. You know what I'm saying? There's people like that. We can use, Lord Jamal. You dig what I'm saying? Like, so we can't. I just, Tariq Nasheed and so many others out there, man, that's in this space. We just got to figure it out, man. Try to get to a point to where we don't try to like look at each other, look and try to find perfection in each other and hold each other to a standard that nobody can maintain. Nobody can maintain perfection. Nobody.
I hear what Willie D is saying. He's making a great point here. This is not directed towards me. I know that for a fact. I'm not a platform that just goes ahead and hates on other content creators and just be talking just to be talking here, right? Let me put myself in the big box for a second here, right? And Willie D is right on this here because we do have content creators. We do got channels here that just focuses on the hate. They focus on black people hating on other black people. But that's not the way I move. That is not my message in this channel. That's not my image that I portray here. My thing is, if you over here saying some sucker stuff, or if you're moving in the wrong way here, or if you're giving bad advice, I'm going to call it out. They're plain and simple. No one is exempt from giving out bad advice. No one is exempt from doing some sucker stuff that will make other men do the wrong things here. So what Willie D is saying is right here, as far as black people and how we tear each other down, things of that nature. But at the same time, there's a fine line where black people have a problem with accountability. I've even had some black people tell me that black folks, we have too much accountability. And my thing is, no. If we did something, we need to be accountable for it. If we say something stupid or we say something that disrespects somebody or hurts somebody, we have to be accountable for it. If we're doing some things that is not good on the outside, we're giving bad advice, whether it's financial, marriage advice, relationship advice, advice about being a man, advice about being a woman, whatever it is. If we are giving the wrong information, then best believe, then you should be held accountable for giving this bad information. Well, I hope Willie D's break it down here is the fact that we do got those channels like Mike TV. Remember I did that breakdown a couple of times? Oh, you beat me to it, Gene Peterson. Hey, I was getting to that. I had to look down and you put this here like channel like Mike TV, who their whole game is beef. Their whole game is to tear down. Their whole game is just trying to find a little slither of negativity and pull that drawstring where that it just tear up the whole damn pants here where you tear the string off, basically, where that they're just trying to find anything to talk ish on. That is true, and that's why I agree with Willie D. But the problem, though, is with Boyce Watkins here is that he has given bad financial advice. He has. So should he be held accountable for the people who lost money in that Tesla stock that he gave several years ago? Whatever. I don't have all the details now. I know people who came to my comment section saying that he lost him a boatload of money. So I'm only going to, I can't say it, but that's what they're saying. You guys probably say some more things. When he gives bad advice on men marrying baby mamas, we're supposed to take that? Like he will double down on items, and we have every right to say, no, we're calling that out and we're pushing that back here. But for people to talk stuff, to be talking stuff here, Willie D is completely right. The problem with the black community is, though, is that if one person wants to hold somebody accountable, we're being called a hater. We're being called, you're being too harsh, or, you know, where is the compassion? And my thing is, as us as the people, we're never going to get to where we are unless we're held accountable, and then we learn from our actions. Right? So I'll play a little bit more of Willie D here. I'm not going to stay too much long on this here because I know I have some things to go, but I do have another subject. We might do a part 2 here. I want to play a little bit more here, but Willie D is right and wrong here. I'm hoping he just focuses on this, the channels who are just here just to destroy. But for everybody else here, people like me, I would have no problem talking about Boyce Watkins if he just stopped saying the relationship stuff, because that's not his wheelhouse. He is not an authoritative figure to be giving relationship advice, to be a man trying to tell guys how to date women when you yourself out of your own mouth talk about that you didn't have success as well. So if you over here giving bad advice, we're going to call it out. We're going to say something. We're going to talk about it, you know? And I don't care, guys. We're adults here. No one is exempt when you say something crazy. Now, if people are making stuff up, Willie D is right, and that's got to stop. For the thing that's not being made up here, you say it like how he started this here. We got to remember here, he started it. Not Corey. Corey retaliated back. And we're here because we know that Boyce Watkins can't finish this here. If Corey wanted to finish this, he could. Let's go, guys. Play a little bit more.
Wise men can step outside of themselves and say, is this some real shit or is this some bullshit? We all know this whole thing was bullshit. It's worth laughing at. Nobody should take themselves so seriously where they're unapproachable. They're unapproachable. So we're all approachable toward each other. And no matter what, I believe that the air is clear and we can go forward for the good fight, the good battle. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, like, anybody that you feel like is going too far, I will ask you, is it gone too far, or is it one of them things where you just had enough? Because, like, I'm saying, like, Willie D, Boyce Watkins, and Corey Holcomb, there are people we need to take the initiative to reach out to. Even if we can't fuck with them no more, we still need to reach out to them and tell them, hey, man, it's all good. I didn't agree with how this went down, but it's still love. And give them their space. Because you know, if you're around people that you feel like are not moral, you're going to fall back out with them. But you got to learn how to give people their space. So Dr. Watkins, Willie D, and me, myself, I think all of us on this phone should reach out to somebody this week that we might realize, look, this ain't my kind of guy. But just make sure the air is clear with them. Because sometimes them people that you done fell out with like that be people you actually got love for. It's just you can't fuck with them on a certain level.
That's a fact. I couldn't disagree with Corey on here, because the people who I've had fallen out with, people I loved. And I kind of say these are guys, these are my fellas. You know what I'm saying? People who I've rocked with for years and everything, and have that fallen. I can say that I had genuine love for my guys here. And we've had, you know, people have fallen out, things of that nature. And stuff like that happens. And I don't, what Corey's saying here, I can see that here. You know, just make sure you put your cards on the table. Be like, hey, look, You know how I feel about you. You know how I feel about the situation. I still got love with you here, but I just can't move in this direction with you right now. I can't do this here. And then maybe in the future, we both can get on the same page here and kind of go from there. But until then, we can't do that. So you know what though? I can agree with Corey on that one, but sometimes though, there are situations that, we just have to wash our hands clean with some people, family or friends. We know that those relationships are not meant for us. They're not good for us. They're toxic for us as men. It could be someone you rocked with for years. Y'all kicked it, been in the sandbox together. You took your first trips together, right? I can honestly say this here, right? I've had a family member who we were born months apart and we were thicker than thieves, and situations occurred, long story short, that we ain't no longer tight. You know what I mean? And I can honestly say, deep down, if I wanted to hire 3 independent lie detector tests, like the showcase, I wasn't the issue. I wasn't the problem. If anything, I was the one that was rock solid down steady here. They were doing other things, right? But here's what you gotta do here. You know what though? Once we get old enough to mature, where that we can control our emotions, we can control and balance how we feel and how we move. Like they may trigger us to get to a certain place that we don't like because they've been doing stuff for so long and they are someone who can push our buttons. But when we get to a certain age, we're like, hey, you know what? I can't let this person do this to me anymore. I got love for you. We got memories that cannot be undone. But just know that I can't move you the way you're moving. I can't rock with you the way you're rocking. Just know that we and you are not on the same wavelength. We have 2 different compasses on how we navigate our life right now. So you can have love for somebody here and just say, hey, you know what? I can't rock with you. I can't deal with you. And this talk here is looking like Corey's just being the bigger person. And I'm saying that because of what he said in his own live stream here. Boyce Watkins is not a worthy foe. He is not somebody worthy of going back and forth and spitting these hot rhymes with, the jokes. Corey had issues with Ari Spears, the situation where I can't remember all the details with Zoe and a couple other comedians along the way. He got issues, there's been back and forth with him and Earthquake that he's been public on. Those are comedians. Those are comedians who can talk their way back. Whenever Corey says something slick, they can say something slick right back to Corey. Boyce Watkins can't say anything slick. He is not that kind of guy. And everybody on the outside in should showcase and notice that we have weight classes for a reason. Shout out to my guy Ali behind me. You should know that if somebody's coming for you, come for somebody. I said they come. You coming for somebody, and you're playing an away game. I'm going back to The Wire here. Remember when Avon Barksdale got mad at Stringer Bell in season 3? Shout out to my Wire fans. Remember when Stringer had his plans in motion because he wanted to go legit. We saw him in community college. It's just kind of funny. You've seen one of the biggest drug dealers in the world going to community college trying to build a Fortune 500 business. But that's Stringer Bell. But Avon got mad at Stringer because he was talking to the Senator Clay Davis, and all these people, on the Hill, and trying to get approvals for grants and trying to get his buildings. He got all this real estate, and he just hemorrhaging money. And they saw him coming a mile away. Next, he got juiced like $250,000 and everything, and he wanted to assassinate Senator Clay Davis. And what did Avon say? Avon had been fresh out of jail for about 2 seconds. And what did he say to Stringer Bell, supposed to be the smartest man in the room, who's running this multi-million-dollar empire? Hey, man, them city folks saw you coming a mile away. You over here playing these away games. Remember Avon said that? Said, they saw you coming a mile away. What did I tell you about playing away games? Guys, we have to understand when we are playing away games. Mark's like, I remember that episode. Yes. What is your away game? Are you somebody who knows sports and you try to talk to someone about finance? Are you a finance guy, but you don't know sports? Maybe you are a married man, but you don't understand the plight of the single man out here in these streets here. The point is, you got to understand your away games and understand how that applies to you, and then see if they see you coming a mile away, because the home team is going to use their home court or home field advantage to get you so they can get what they can want and succeed at what they're getting here. And I say that to say Boyce Watkins is playing an away game. He is supposed to be a PhD in finance. He's supposed to be talking about how to give you good stock tips, financial tips, things that you can do to increase your wealth within your home. That is what the base of his platform is supposed to be. Wealth management, not family priorities when it comes to the dynamics of men and women, because you're showcasing that you don't even know the mere dynamics of how men and women really operate, especially here in the city of Chicago. You go over here being in Chicago and you're acting like these women are flawless. They are not doing anything wrong here. You got your blinders on. So you're giving information by playing away games. Do we recognize when we play away games? Do we understand when we're moving in a certain way we're supposed to be moving in? And away game, guys, could be you going to the wrong neighborhood. I've been there before. When I stay in the south side of Chicago, I was supposed to be in the south side of Chicago. That's why my nickname was goddamn suburb. I ain't afraid to say that. I shouldn't supposed to be, but you know what though? I hung around long enough for that, they rock with me. But if you're in a situation, something bad could happen to me. I'm over here trying to play a away game, trying to prove myself. I got nothing to prove. It doesn't work that way. John Moran, today's away game. Hey, Clifton, it ain't away game. I've been 100% factual on this bad boy. He the one want to go ahead and want to bring the wrong folks around him, Clifton. He the one got the wrong crew around him. You just mad because you a big ass fan, Clifton. You just mad because you heartbroken. Your Lord and Savior, John Moran, the Memphis Grizzlies, who's gonna bring y'all a chip. He derailed that train, Clifton. Don't get mad at me, man. Get mad at Ja. Where's Ja? He's supposed to be quiet right now, Clifton. What did I say? He's supposed to be on Chill Street for the next 4 months, and he back in the news again. Stop it, Clifton. Malcolm X Stringer was a gangster that made the mistake of thinking he could pose as a businessman or a corporate guy. Exactly. He playing a away game. He tried to fast forward his process into the politics of America. And you got to get grandfathered in. You got to get co-signed in. You got to work your way into these circles. You just can't be going to like Stringer being the biggest drug dealer all of a sudden and you in politics here. It takes time. Jay-Z, how long did it take Jay-Z to get respectable here? He didn't make Reasonable Doubt and all of a sudden he's already a millionaire of the drug game. He drops Reasonable Doubt in Volume 2. It's a hard knock life. He's considered the biggest rapper since Big died now. And all of a sudden he's like, I want to be a billionaire. It's your boy. No. In 99, what happened in 99 with Jay-Z? He had to still grow. He had to do Volume 3. He had to do American Gangster. He had to do the Black Album. He had to do 444. He had to marry Beyonce. He had to have kids. He needed another 2 decades. Then he turned 50. And then he got all this money and wealth now. And now he's able to go to the white parties with all the establishments and showcase that he is arrived. But Jay-Z couldn't just walk in as the ex-drug dealer and after 2 albums saying, hey, let me go ahead and get on this here. It took Jay-Z over 25 years to get respectability. Derek's like, giant from the streets. But Dave Corzine's your Lord and Savior. Hey. Dave Corzine, Clifton. We used to curse him out, man. We was like, why he in the game, Clifton? We was like, why? Get him out of here. Damn Dave Corzine. Yeah, we got rid of him before the championship run. We didn't need that. We had Will Perdue, Clifton. Hey, if you're going to crack a real joke here, say Will Perdue. At least Will Perdue got 3 rings with the Bulls, baby. Will Perdue he helped us get 3 rings playing backup to Bill Cartwright. Stop playing, Clifton. Say Dave Corzine. Get it right. Will Perdue. Bobby Hansen. Get it right. Yeah, you remember Bobby Hansen from the 92 championships? He was draining them threes. Man, come on. Get the right white boy for me, Clifton. Give me the right white boy. John ready to take on back. Hey, here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to do a part 2 on this one here. I'm going to fall back on this one here. The tornado messed me up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I want to do this other story here, and we'll come back to Corey and Boyce Watkins. But we kind of see where we're getting at with this here. Now Jay-Z is selling brothers out. Hey, Jay, you don't like Jay-Z, Clifton? It's your boy. I'm not gonna start on that, but you get the idea what I'm saying about Jay-Z though. It took him 25 years for respectability. He didn't play the away games like everybody else would be doing here. He was playing the away game, but he stood on the sidelines and played the bench role, and he moved up. Remember Orlando? That's what got him busted and killed. He didn't know his lane, right, Malcolm? You're talking about season 1. Orlando. He had the clean record, remember? Orlando was the front. He had no priors, no misdemeanors, no felonies. But he was mad because he was the face and wasn't making no real money, right? And then he over here wanted to go ahead and get on a G-Pack, right? And then got busted on that G-Pack. And then they want him to flip, and he got to wear that wire. And then after that wire, that he got murked. Yeah, Clifton, Luke Longley, he got 3 rings. Say the other white boys too. Get the right white boys, Clifton. Get the right ones. Hey, Luke Longley was about that business, man. Hey, don't get mad at Luke. We got 3 rings with Luke. 96 to 98, baby. Come on, get the right white boy for me, Clifton. Hey, check it out, guys. I appreciate you guys rock with me on this here. Dave had the Jack Haley jersey. Man, Jack Haley wasn't here long enough, man. Jack Haley was Dennis Rodman's babysitter. He wasn't here long enough, Clifton. He came in on that Rodman trade, man, just babysit Rodman. I don't know why that was just San Antonio just do a salary dump. Because he didn't babysit Rodman. Rodman was in Vegas every other weekend. No Jack Haley, man. Check this out, guys. I want to do a pivot really fast before I go. I need to do a pivot before I go. Let me fix my mic here. I got to do a pivot. I want to talk about something I normally don't talk about. Oh, what the hell? The TV's on upstairs, and I'm hearing the weather go off. Hold on. 1 second, guys. The weather thing's going off here. I need to check something out. This is crazy. We just got another tornado warning message, guys. Okay, it switched down. We've been decreased to a tornado watch. That's what happened. Okay, we're good. I can still rock, guys. I can rock. I seen it. Hey, you saw a tornado, Sheila? Hey, where are you driving at, Sheila? I literally had to pause this live stream for a few minutes here. Where are you at, Sheila? You in Oak Brook? Hey, it's traveling that way, Sheila. I was in Oak Brook the other day. You know what, though? I'm glad that I changed my plans now. I was supposed to be in Oak Brook tonight, guys. I started this live stream an hour early because I'm supposed to be where Sheila's at because I need to buy some stuff behind the scenes for the show here, some equipment, some cables and things of that nature. And so I was going to head to Lombard. It's the town next door to Oak Brook. I used to actually live in Lombard, so I was going to run out to that way. But you know what, though? I know everything is dying down right now, but this is a sign to say I'm just going to keep my black ass in. Oh, man, I'm glad you're safe, though, Sheila. This is what we got to deal with, guys, in Chicagoland area. When the weather's like this here, this will not be the last time that I'm doing a live stream, guys, and that we're going to have some sort of janky ass tornado warning watch that's going on here. So this may be the first we'll be doing this here. It will not be the last. You just got to work, Sheila. I'm glad you're safe, though, Sheila. Good for you. Yeah, man. Get you some food, Sheila, and chill out. We got bad weather. How long is this going to be for this whole week? Let's see. We got that tonight, and then, yeah, we're up and down this week. We're going to have a little bit of rain in between rest of this weekend up until Saturday. So, man, that's crazy. And you know what, though, Sheila? That makes sense if you was out in Oak Brook and you've seen it, because I used to live in Lombard, which is next door to Oak Brook. We had several tornadoes that was coming down. And I remember I was on the 6th floor. I was on the top floor of this building here, and I could see the tornadoes from the area from where I was at. So, yeah, I'm glad you're safe, though, Sheila. I'm glad you're safe. So I want to do a quick pivot, guys, before I end the live stream here. I got thrown off by the tornado and everything. So what we'll do is we may come back to this maybe at the end of the week here, finish it off here, right? But before I do, I'll put a bow tie just for tonight here to say that on this subject, that it is good that they did come together. Because I know that these two guys are not somebody who's going to start a fight. Boyce is not about that life, and Corey's about, making jokes. I mean, could Corey fight if he wanted to? Yeah, I mean, and both of them from Chicago. That's the irony. They both from Chicago. So I guess you can say we're taking a Chicago L, but then it's also a W because we need men who have disagreements. Even if one side's not going to be 100%, even if one side is going to be captain, if we can just come to a common ground so that nothing's being escalated. We're seeing Black men come together to de-escalate the situation. We need to see more examples of this here. Now, what happens next in the future? I don't know. I will give kudos to both of them and shout out to Willie D because this was not going to end because I don't even see my reaction. I was like, who's going to end this here? Like, it's going to end when Boyce Watkins shuts up. And it seemed like he didn't know how to shut up. He want to sneak this right back. So I'm hoping it's the last time he sneaks this, Corey Holcomb, because Corey Holcomb know that he was punching down at him. But here's the thing that we got here. Boyce Watkins is still going to say something crazy. He's going to say something stupid regarding relationships. So we can applaud them for this here. I'm not going to be looking for him doing some simp behavior. Just know that knowing the way he operates, it's going to be coming soon. So, but when it does, we're going to hold him accountable. We're going to bring him in front of the A-Nish crew, and we're going to talk about it. But what we're not going to do here on my channel, TDND, that dude named Dave, we're not going to manufacture anything. We're not going to make up stuff about Boyce Watkins. I'm not going to make up stuff that Corey Holcomb said X, Y, and Z, or Boyce instigated this here, things of that nature. That is what this channel is not about, and I don't want y'all doing that either. We only talk about the things that we have proof, fact, and knowledge about, and that could be as much as hearing the other person speak. In the end, that's what I agree with. Squash the beef, says Malcolm. Exactly. We don't agree with Boyce. Here's the thing, a couple things can be true at the same time, guys. We don't agree with Boyce Watkins. Right? We don't agree with him. He ain't moving like how we move here. And that's fine. That's fine. The thing is we're not going to do, we're not going to manufacture information, but we will call out when they do some fuckery. Plain and simple. So shout out to both of them here as they probably, hopefully this is squashed out here and Corey gets back to the jokes. But I want to pivot here. There's still some time on that live stream. I might come back to the weekend. We can probably finish that off here and then have some other things here. But I want to do a pivot. I want to talk about a certain article here, a certain topic that's going on here. It's not something in my wheelhouse, guys. I want you to hear this with me. It's regarding Dave Chappelle, though. Let me move this out the way here. It's regarding Dave Chappelle. Let me get this article up here, guys. Give me 1 second. I might have to do this again here. Hold on, let's do this. Give me 1 second. I hate this here. There we go. Sometimes I got to do this here. Got to do a refresh. What's going on, Trust? Salute, David. Y'all coming in? Okay, here we go. I got it now. All right. So check it out, guys. I'm gonna bring this article up here. And it's something it's not nothing we talk about here, but it's something that I want to discuss here. Chappelle is my man too, says Malcolm White. Yeah, I was talking about Chappelle. He hasn't dropped any new specials lately, but as you guys know, when Dave Chappelle. Damn, hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Okay, let me do this here. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Don't be that crazy B from the soccer team. Okay. Dang, I got a little lag going on here, so guys. Sorry about that. I got a lag. I still don't mess with Boyce Watkins, dude. They're still doing sucker-ish. Yeah, I hear you, man. Okay, so check it out. An article came up regarding Dave Chappelle and is it Megan Rapinoe? I can never get her last name right. From the U.S. soccer team. And so she got a problem with Dave Chappelle. Now, if you follow Dave Chappelle's specials on Netflix, he went heavy. He really took it to task, not just with LGBTQ rights. I know I probably got one of them acronyms wrong, but but also the trans community, And so he made a point to call out, in his comedy specials, the trans community and the hypocrisy that goes on. And one of the things that Dave Chappelle made a point during his comedy specials, even after the fact, was that he's a comedian. Everybody can get this work here. He talks about black people equally. He talked about white people. He talked about, of course, lately he's been on the LGBTQ community, especially trans. But the one thing about Dave Chappelle is he's been consistent. He talks about everybody equally in the name of comedy. He's just not out here focusing on one particular item here. Lights up in the building, guys. So what I want to do is I want to go to the New York Post to talk about the situation here, and I want to get how you guys feel about it here. So lights up in the building here. Let's get this going here. This is coming out of the New York Post here. Megan Rapinoe, I know I got her name wrong. Rapinoe, y'all can correct me on this later. Blame Dave Chappelle for violence against trans people. Oh, we got these damn ads here. So let's get into the article here. It says, Megan has no problem placing blame when it comes to the debate of transgender athletes. In a wide-ranging feature for Time magazine prior to the upcoming Women's World Cup, Rapinoe said she had a problem with Dave Chappelle, Martina Navratilova, and Sage Steele for their opposition to transgender women playing in women's sports. Oh, wow. So she got a problem with everybody here, not just Dave Chappelle. I didn't catch this here, guys. Okay, so in the article here, it says, I don't want to mince words about it. Dave Chappelle making jokes about trans people directly leads to violence, whether it's verbal or otherwise, against trans people. When Martina or Sage or whoever are talking about this, people aren't hearing it just for the contents of elite sports. They're saying, the rest of my life, this is how I'm going to treat trans people. Wow, really? This is what we're getting here, huh? Okay. She continued to take the issue of policies targeting transgender athletes. It's particularly frustrating when women's sports is weaponized, she said. Oh, now we care about fairness. Now we care about women's sports. That's total BS. And show me all the trans people who are nefariously taking advantage of being trans in sports. It's just not happening. Oh, really? Interesting. And all these ads here come on the post here. This is her, guys. I don't know about you, but she comes off looking like she's mad all the time. Every time I see her, she just looks mean. I don't know. I could be wrong, guys. The article continues. U.S. soccer legend also said that she would have no problem accepting transgender woman on her team. Absolutely, she said about the U.S. women's soccer team having a transgender player. You're taking a real woman's place. That's part of the argument, and that's extremely transphobic. Really? I see trans women as real women. Dave Chappelle made headlines in 2021 after he spoke about transgender issues in his Netflix special, The Closer, coming to the defense of J.K. Rowling, who has been accused of being transphobic. Rapinoe, 38, who is embarking on her fourth and final World Cup starting July 20th, announced she would retire from the NWSL at the end of the season earlier this month. The outspoken leader of women's soccer in the U.S. is likely to take on a lesser role on the field this time, serving as a veteran mentor to younger players as the team looks to win a third consecutive World Cup title. I've been able to have such an amazing career, and this game has brought me all over the world and allowed me to meet so many amazing people, she said in a statement for U.S. Soccer. We got Dave Chappelle here in the shot here, and we see her getting the award from President Biden. So she's over here stating that whenever these people, or especially Dave Chappelle, cracks jokes, that is weaponizing hate for the trans community. And she doesn't have a problem with trans on the U.S. soccer team. What's going on, Rod? How's it going? Rod in the building. Because look, we don't care how you pronounce her funky name. Clifton. Did I trigger you, Clifton? Clifton in the chat going in, guys. So let's have a quick discussion. First of all, it's kind of funny how, and I know that this is some people may think it controversial here, that when comedians like Dave Chappelle crack jokes about black people within our own community, everybody, including her, laughs and kikis. Oh, he's so funny. You know, especially about the joke that Dave Chappelle told about black people being bad bargaining chips. You know, he gave the joke about, you know, you never see terrorists saying, hello, we have 5 black, hello. What? Because we're bad bargaining chips. They know that we ain't gonna be paying. That's a joke that Dave Chappelle said. But we didn't hear anybody complain when Dave Chappelle told jokes like that. Right? But as soon as we tell jokes about other groups, they can't take the joke. We can talk about everything else but you. And I thought comedy was supposed to be equal opportunity. Like, you cannot take a joke. Interesting, guys. But the point that I want to focus on is she said that she does not have a problem with a trans athlete on the women's soccer team. You want to know something? I do have a problem with that. And maybe because she's gay or lesbian or however she identifies here, that she feels that way because they're part of the pronoun or alphabet community. But for me personally, I'm raising a daughter. I am raising a daughter. And my thing is, as she gets older here, the last thing I want to see, and some people want to try to take this not a straw man argument, but it's not. The fact that she is born a natural woman. She has all the chromosomes that will raise her to be a woman and be able to bear children, things of that nature. And there will be an unfair advantage between her and the trans athlete. I do not care how many drugs that trans athlete takes. I don't care how many hormones are being put into that person's body. Once an individual man, a person born as a man, in this conversation here, makes it past puberty, 13 going on up here and starts going through puberty, it's over. There is never amount of drugs that is going to suppress their body structure where they're going to be on par with a woman. That's the reason why when we see youth sports guys, that you see girls are able to be on the boys football teams in Pop Warner, or you see the girls on the same boys little league teams in baseball. And you will see that in elementary school and parts of middle school. But once puberty kicks in, once we get to like 7th grade at least, that's probably like the latest, once puberty starts, there is not enough hormone suppression or whatever it is you're going to take here. I'll be ignorant on the drug process. But one thing about science is once a boy hits puberty, and if you have literally an athlete 13-year-old and an athlete boy and a girl here, once puberty kicks in, that girl would never compete hormone-wise. His body naturally produces something that woman can never compete with. The bone density that men has, the body structure naturally what a man has, just the basics of what a man, when a boy becomes a man, and then you start transitioning. The thing is, we cannot rewind the clock. You can give them some feminine traits and ways, things of that nature, but deep down, they still have the biology of a man. You may do some things to take away that manhood, but you still are biologically a man. And my thing is, someone who is biologically a man will still whoop any woman's ass any day of the week in these sports here. And we should not allow, I'm going to say this here, we should not allow trans athletes who are transitioning from boys or men to women to be on the same teams together. It is an unfair advantage. And women are seeing this now. What about the swimmer? I forgot the person's name, who was breaking all the damn records in college. But the person was ranked like 198 as a man. The issue that we have here is the fact that if you want to be able to compete in sports, I think that trans need to start their own league. Do it yourself. Why do you want to rely on other groups? The same thing when I hear about Osage Jackson talk about how black people want to rely on the Oscars and the Grammys to get these awards. Why don't we start our own award show? Well, we got BET. You see how that got us here, and people talk about that here. But if we want more credibility, don't want to worry about the establishment, we need to start our own. Hence, why don't you start your own? Leah Thompson. Thank you, Jay Gray. Leah Thompson. Now, you can say, that's just one off, Dave. That's the exception of the rule. No, that will be the rule when men who are allowed to transition and then be able to play in these sports here. It may be the exception now because you got one, but when they start coming in, it will be the rule. So she's over here blaming Dave Chappelle for telling jokes. I find it hypocritical that comedians can talk about any group but the LGBTQ plus community. We will have people who are LGBTQ plus go to these comedy shows and laugh at every stereotype and every trope there is. As soon as the jokes come to them, then it's a problem. Whatever happened to equality? Now, is there people out there who are doing bodily harm to people of a different nature? Yes, that is happening. But these comedians are not the culprit. And I really feel on this end too as well that this community is being a little bit sensitive here when it comes to these jokes. Because if you're going to get mad at Chappelle for telling these jokes or any comedian, then you need to stand on your square and get mad when we talk about other demographics. But the one thing that's not going to happen, but we got to talk about here is freedom of speech, especially with the one art form where comedians are allowed to tell the truth and speak it like it is. So I get it, she feels a certain type of way about Dave Chappelle and Sage Steele, but I think the bigger issue is that trans athletes need to start their own community. When I say start your own community, start your own leagues. Look what Ice Cube did with the Big Three here. He was shut out. He went to the NBA. They didn't want to work with him. What did Ice Cube do? I'll do it on my own. So you guys have a coalition. 20 years ago, it never been thought of lesbians and gay men and trans and whatever you identify as to get married. And then matter of fact, in Obama's his first term, he wasn't rocking that way. His second term, man, passed legalized gay marriage. So if you had a coalition that within one term of a president who wasn't rocking with you, and the next time you got this on the books here, start your own league. Start your own federation. You got to start somewhere. The NBA started a long time ago somewhere, 28 teams. Baseball started with only whites only. We had the Negro Leagues before they integrated. Football was so slow. Then they had the AFL and then the merger. The whole point is start your own league because they should not be allowed on the women's team if you are a biological man. Women's spots are being taken. Women's rights are being violated. Anyone knows something? There will be people who will take advantage of the situation here, who may not be trans, but will transition to trans for hopes of glory and riches. Ross says, come on, Dave. You know only black folks have to pull themselves up by their own bootstraps. I know, man. I know. I'm being harsh, Rod. I know. I'm being harsh. Hope says exactly, all women are not good, are not good women. But Dr. Watkins has been brainwashed to believe women are good. Okay, Hope, you watching. I see something about Dr. Watkins here. So I'll end off on this note here that I want the LGBT community to be consistent. Because that's what bothers me. There is no consistency in these hypocrites on the way they move. Comedians are going to be comedians. If you mad at Dave Chappelle for telling those jokes, then get mad when he tells about black jokes. Get mad when he tells white jokes. Get mad when he tells jokes about Puerto Ricans. Get mad when he tells jokes about Mexicans. Get mad when he talking about Arabs and talking about domestic violence. If you don't have a problem for all those jokes all those years, then you ain't got no leg to stand on when he tells these trans jokes now. You can't pick and choose when you want to feel slighted. You can't pick and choose when you're triggered. It's okay to laugh at others, but when it comes to you, that's when you got a problem. That's the hypocrisy, and that's the issue. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. Okay, guys, let me get to y'all supers here. Let me see what y'all saying here in the building. Eric Jordan with the $2 holler says, "Itch look like a feminist." Hey, EJ in the building. Hey, man, salute. Thank you for the holler. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Shout out to my man Quick coming right back with the $1.99 $2 holler says, "They can take a stick, but can't take a joke." Facts, man. Hey, Quick. Salute. Thank you for the holler. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you coming through here, man. Yeah, it's a fact. I bet the Alphabet Gang can get reparations and black folks can't get it. What's going on, Del? So how is that community taking over the world, whereas you're canceled for saying anything about them? Del, what are you saying? What are you telling? Guys, Obama's first term, it was not even a thought process. His second term came and flipped the whole script. Like, they have a whole coalition. They have a whole coalition of feeling slighted. Got a law on the books to get married, but we can't even get lynching laws on the books in Congress. Guys, that's a fact. They were able to legalize gay marriage, but here in 2023, we still can't get those rules in place for anti-lynching. We still got congressmen here saying, "Oh no, we still gotta lynch these Negroes." But we got some closeted congressmen who allow the vote to get the legalized gay marriage. You see how that works, guys? Y'all want to pick and choose y'all stuff. Y'all got a coalition. What's going on, Vince? Shout out to my man Quick with the $4.99. $5 holla, turn the chat green. He's saying, if all black folks come together and stop spending money, the U.S. will listen to or sink. Hey, Quick, that's a bar. That's facts, man. Hey, Quick, that's a fact. Hey, man, salute. Thank you for the holla, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. Man, who you telling, man? If we didn't, hey, Quick, you know how much our dollar is we were together? If we just took 1 week and said, we're not buying from the establishment, 1 week would crater this country. If we said, you know what? We all plan, right? You go ahead and you prepay for your groceries, whether you go into a black-owned establishment or wherever you got to get it from. You get your stuff ahead of time. You put stuff in your freezer, and then you only focus on black areas. And just say, you know what? We ain't buying nothing for a whole week. They would come to us and, who's your leader and what do you want? But you know what, though? The powers that be, they got nothing to worry about because there's no way that we're going to be together like that. We're always divided. Always divided. But if we could come together for 1 week, you're right, Quick. It would stop it all. Shout out to my man Clifton with the $2 holla. Says, now you got me triggered. Hey, Clifton. Salute. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you, man. Hey, Clifton, man, we're on the same page in this one, man. I see what you say in the comment section, Clifton. Like, where is our anti-hate law? Is that, hey, Clifton, me and you on the same buttons. We may disagree on John Morant, but me and you, I seen we agree on this here. Hey, man, I'm not against you, brother. We together. Hey, not talking about the LGBTQ plus community, but what you said here about the anti-hate crime. We said all of a sudden then, we had a whole bunch of issues saying stop Asian hate. And then Congress put the Asian hate, the crime bill on there for them. And we still can't get anti-lynching bills. Ain't that crazy, guys? A couple years ago, then we saw all the issues with the hate that's going on in the Asian community. A lot of damages being incurred. People, were hurting people. It was even some deletions going on. And then they rallied together. And then next, the powers that be in politics said, we're going to go ahead and sign this Asian hate bill. Went right through without a hitch. And we are still fighting for anti-lynching bills. I mean, we're still trying to fight to say it's against the law to put a rope around my neck and put me in a tree and then go ahead and make me go ahead and hang around for a few days. That is still not a federal crime. But if you do something to an Asian person, that's a federal crime. Hey, the LGBT plus community got protected too. But we as blacks don't got nothing to stand on or anything to write for. We ain't got a pot to piss in or not a window to throw it out. We can't be together, people. This goes kind of hand in hand, though, what we talked about earlier with Willie D, Corey Holcomb, and Boyce Watkins. We need, even we don't rock with Boyce Watkins, we need all of us to come together. even if he is someone who I don't rock with, we got to find a way to squash it so that this person is not an enemy. He could be a future ally. I may not rock with him like this, but I'd rather him be an ally than an enemy when it hits the fan. We need us as Black people to move in this direction, especially as we get older and we get wiser. If we could go ahead and end the beef that we have amongst us, especially the powers that be, say, hey, look, I know what you feel and you know how I feel, but there is a bigger issue at hand. And if we come together, we can get this done. And then after we get this done here, you can go, you doing you, and I'm going to do me. But the bigger picture here, because when we're together, they can't mess with us. And then after the fact that you can go ahead and live your life. That is the standpoint that we need to have here. I don't got to rock with you, but when somebody comes into our domicile, when somebody comes into our home, and someone's trying to rock the apple cart here, we got to come against and say, hey, we may not rock with each other, but we are still part of the same community. And then when y'all trying to come here and wreck shop up here, no, we're going to come here and say, you get the hell out, or we're going to tell you what to do here. And then when you got it out of here, then we'll go back to squabbling again. We can't get the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act passed through Congress. Nope. Most of the supposed Asian hate was name calling. Can you imagine that every time a Black person was called a racist, name was classified as a hate crime? Hey, Clifton, I know, man. I know. Or not just name calling, or the actual threat. Like nothing happens, but the actual threat. Man, we get threatened every day, Clifton. Every single day. What's going on, Anthony? Good to see you, man. Can you imagine Black people be on point together? No one would go hungry. Everyone would finish school, make a comeback, and help the community. Can you imagine? Hey, Derek, I got one better for you. That's about to taper off here. I got one better for you here. Could you imagine if we had 10% of the unity of the Jewish community? Think about that for a second. The Jewish community is way smaller than us. Could you imagine if we had 10% of their unity when something hits the fan? You can't tell me within their own community that you got people in there, rabbis, people who are leaders who hate each other's guts. But if somebody brings up Hitler or somebody brings up the Holocaust, they band together and they are one. If we only had 10% of their unity, could you imagine where we would be at? I'm only asking for 10%. I ain't asking for all y'all shiftless Negroes here. Just 10%. 10% would change the world. 10% would change the world. Not just this country, it would change the world. Because you got to start somewhere. You can't just go to 100%. If we can get 5 to 10%, and then from that point on, then we grow with that 10%, and then the next generation, then we could have something. The problem though is that we don't want it. And the ones that do, we sound like we're hating. We sound like we're complaining. Or they use another translation for the word woke. Someone called me woke. Like, oh, I'm Black? Because I was talking about something? Yeah, they had changed the word woke now to mean being Black, talk about Black issues. Being Black. Like, I ain't no damn woke. I'm looking at outside the door. What the hell's happening right now? 10%, guys. 10% is all I'm asking for. If we had 10% of the community, could you imagine where we'd be? 10% is all I'm asking. 10 would change the world. 10. Dell's here with the $2 holla. Turn the chat here blue, saying our community come together is too much like is too much like right. Oh, I see it. Too much of us don't relate to being Black and helping us our fellow man, says Dell. Thank you, Dell. Salute. Thank you for the holla. Turn the chat here blue, man. I appreciate you, girl. Thank you. Thank you for coming through and supporting me. Hold on here. Let me do this here, guys. Give me 1 second. Double check. What y'all saying here in the chat? There we go. Whoops. There we go. Clifton says, you didn't see either Biden or Harris down in Louisiana champion for those black people. Derek, we can own our own everything, just like we want something. 8 can only imagine. Yeah, no, man. Okay, guys, I'm about to get out of here. I'm about to shut the show down. I got some things to do, but I know the storm has passed. But hey, Sheila said I just made it home to Elmhurst. Now, darn the tornado warnings. Yeah, they're down now. They tapered off. I was supposed to be Sheila. I was supposed to be in Oak Brook too. I originally was going to start this at 3 p.m. Central Time. Then I moved it to 4, and I was like, hey, then the weather came. I saw how bad it was. That's why we're at the time where we're at, guys. So appreciate you guys rocking me on this Wednesday, guys. We're going to be back this week here again. So I apologize for some Monday, but we have some things got to take care of. But the one thing is for sure, guys, we ain't going nowhere. We always here in the building. We here every week. I may miss a regular day that's supposed to be posted here, but we going to be back. Quick, like, remember when an Asian nail salon owner slapped or beat a black woman? They tried to boycott that shop, and the owner had a special or a sale. There was a line out the door full of black women. Yeah, that's the problem, man, with that issue. I remember that quick. God dizzle, man. That was crazy. Eric, I truly hate that black people constantly getting sabotaged. What are you telling, Eric? Y'all please be safe out there with the weather. Yeah, it does that time of the year for us. We're used to it right now. I got best friends that tell you stories about me. I've been in tornado storms. I'm in the basement eating pizza, watching TV. My friends are ducking and cover. The next day, it's like, yo, Dave, you see how bad it was out there? I was like, I was eating some pizza while y'all was in the basement. So, yeah, we used to it right now. But, yeah, we be careful, though. But, yeah, we're going to get out of here, guys. Thank you very much. Thanks, Bill. Appreciate you. We're going to get out of here. We'll be back again. So check out the thumbnail and check the channel out. And you guys to support, like, and subscribe, and click on that bell notification below. I got more videos coming out. I got to do some other things behind the scenes here. So we're going to try to add some more content to the channel. But, we're going to get out of here. Let's see. Let me do this here. Before I do this here. Okay, guys. I'm going to give y'all some quiet storm sounds. That's it? No. We ain't going to play no Money World. No Money World tonight, quick. Or do you want Money World? Dave down there in that bomb shelter. Hey, it's all good, Vince. It's all good, man. Clips, I'm a storm chaser. But we're going to get out of here, guys. I'll check y'all on the next piece here. But as always, I'm that dude named Dave, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Y'all be safe if y'all out here in the side or anywhere that this storm could be in the Midwest. Tornadoes everywhere. Take cover. I'll check y'all later. By the way, this is a little quiet storm act, a little hip hop. This is DJ TDND with the Quiet Storm Sounds. I'll check y'all later. Peace out.